Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Freddie Benz, man. On I'm standing on the podcast, back with another one tonight. Tonight, right now, we're gonna start off with two of the regulars on the show, man. We're gonna let the others chime in a little bit later. I'm gonna go ahead and start up, man. Say what's up to that boy, Real Hollow, man.
Yo, what up? You already know. I wear the winners. I wear the winners.
Come on, man. Y'all know he in New York too. Talking about the LA hat on,
Yeah,
y'all.
yeah.
Just so y'all know. And then next,
I
man,
wear
y'all
the
know
winners.
who it is. Another regular, man. Y'all say what's up to that boy, 80 West.
Yo, what it do? What it do? What it do?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So check this out, man. We'll jump in because I know tonight not going to be a long episode for those that's going to be watching. So I wanted to start the topic off, man, and what y'all opinion on this? Do y'all think in today's relationships is social media destroying relationships? And also, could you be comfortable being in a relationship if somebody told you to get rid of yours, or you think your partner would listen to you if you told her to get rid of her social media? So I'm gonna start with you, Rail, man, at the top of the page, man, and give me your thoughts on that.
Well, here's the thing. With social media, I feel like how I met you, how I met you is basically how I gotta accept you, right? So if I'm dealing with a girl that she's heavy on social media, that that maybe she's an influencer, maybe she does a lot of content, things like that. I just would I just would like look at what type of content it is, right? Maybe
Mm-hmm.
she OnlyFans, who knows, right? And she may be using the social media to promote, what she's doing. So
Mm-hmm.
for me, oh, hold on, Wavy K's in the building, Wavy K's, and you sideways, boo, you sideways.
Hold on, I'm trying to fix it.
Sideways. So I just think it's pretty much
Okay.
boils down to it pretty much boils down to me what
Mm-hmm.
you're able to deal with, right? What you're able to accept. If you're not able to accept certain types of pictures or videos, right? If you knew that coming in, then that's on, you can't really tell her, oh, you got to change up because that's how you met her. But now, if you was already in the relationship and now she starts posting a certain way or starts doing certain things, that's where I think it gets a little shaky because it's like, yo, shorty, you wasn't doing this. You wasn't doing this when, you know, you wasn't doing this before. Now you doing this. Now you posting a little extra, showing a little extra cheek or whatever. If you wasn't doing that when I met you, why are you doing it now? That's when I think I would have a problem.
Yeah, yeah. So see, 80 just went off the screen. So who we got this Wavy K, huh?
Baby
Right on
K,
the screen.
Baby
How
K
you
Hi,
in
doing?
the
nice to meet
building.
you.
You too. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. So we were just diving in and we were
So
just getting
that's
everyone's
how long you
opinion.
didn't even tell who you are.
Uh-oh. Oh, Wavy. Real, you freezing up, boy. Your face.
Oh, hold on.
All right. Wavy, he said you got to tell us who you are.
No, she don't know who you are.
Oh, my bad. Oh, shit. I'm Fred, man. I used to play for the 49ers for 13 years. I just retired. And
Yeah.
no, playing. Nah, this is my boy, man, from back in the day when he lived in Cali before he went back to New York and stuff, man. So we just been doing this on a regular and just trying to get it going. And then that's our boy 80 up down below right there on the screen. We all went to high school together, man. So, it's yeah. Is that good enough, real?
Okay, that's what's up.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
you make a new person, you gotta make the introduction. She gotta know who everybody is. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Oh yeah. So even though we went to high school together,
And
we all in different states now.
this is
So I'm in
this
Vegas
is
now, and he
well, I
in
wasn't
Houston.
saying as far as that. I was saying as far as like this, Freddie Benz, this is his podcast. I stand on it. You know what I'm saying? This is his project, so
Mhm.
he brings us on as guests, but this is his thing. And Wavy K, you know, she herself, she actually right now does a music review
Mm-hmm.
podcast. So she's doing she had a podcast before with another young lady called Ladies Night, and now
Okay.
she's a music review. She's also done music herself. She's been involved in the music industry. She
Okay.
also did internet radio as well.
That's what's up. Hey, that's actually a good idea. That music review podcast, especially on everything new that come out and get dropped, and giving y'all reviews on that. That's your own little lane because everybody doing reviews on shit they see on social media and all the other stuff. Everybody do that. Pop the
Right.
balloon reviews. Not too many music. You know what I mean? So that's cool right there. That's a good idea.
Yeah, I'm trying to, open my platform to the artists who don't really get the platform.
Oh,
And
okay, okay.
and also some already established artists, but just basically like just fire music. So I,
Yeah.
I go throughout the week, I just listen to shit, and then I have a playlist that I do on Mondays, and then I do a show on Wednesdays to pick my top songs off the playlist.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah.
How long you been doing that?
I started in September,
Okay, okay.
so it's
So,
fairly new.
yeah, me too. Don't worry. Hey, it wasn't too much before that, so we're in the same
Yeah.
boat, you know. But yeah, like I was saying, man. So that's boy, 80. He live out in Houston. I'm in Vegas, and y'all, Real obviously. So, you know what I mean? So we trying to.
I'm currently in the DMV area.
Oh, okay. That's what's up. That's what's up.
Okay.
So we down there like we circling around the whole country right now. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
for
That's what's up. I like that. What's up? But shit, so I was going to her wavy. So with social media in today's relationships, do you think that's kind of the strong relationships? Do you think it's a good thing, a bad thing, or you think it makes people easier? It makes it easier for people to take off and run as soon as they get mad because they think they got options.
So I think social media does give the illusion that there are like a million options. When when you're looking for substance, you really shouldn't, go by that. Like, oh my God, look at all these people on social media because ain't shit out here for real. Is social media making relationships harder to last and causing issues? It could if you don't have a solid foundation. That's why I'm big on, the foundation has to be solid because at the end of the day, you see so much on there. You see these relationship goals, which I never could look at a relationship and be like, oh my God, because you don't know what's going on behind scenes. So
Yeah.
some women are watching relationships and they're like, oh, I want that. Like, why is he not doing that? you
Hmm.
know some men are looking at these women like, oh, her ass is fat, she's fire, like. But then again, because they say y'all like to look at certain stuff, but y'all don't want relationships with the type of stuff that y'all like to look at. So it's kind of like, it's, it's here and there. But social media definitely has had an effect on relationships. I feel like back in the day, our grandparents and shit like that, grandpa could have had 8 girls, and grandma was in the house. She didn't know about those 8 women. She would never find out about those 8 women. Um, Unless a kid popped up or something like that. But now everything is out there. Every is public knowledge. They got the T app. I haven't been on there. I said I don't think that I've ever dealt with any men who would be on that T app, to be completely honest. But apparently, women when they get upset, they put these guys on this T app. Have y'all heard about it?
Hmm.
yeah.
And it's a lot. Like, it's a
So
lot.
that went. I think it got banned or something happened to it recently because there were some lawsuits being filed on that
For
because you can like
defamation of character.
Victoria man character and you lie on them. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because what if it ain't true what they writing? You
I'm
know
gonna
what I
give
mean?
you a perfect example, right?
Hmm.
So there was a man on Instagram who reached out to me, and he told me he knew one of my friends.
Hmm.
So I asked her, I said, "Oh, you know him?" She was like, "Yeah, I know him. Why? He's trying to talk to you?" And I'm just like, "Yeah, he was trying to talk to me." She was like, "Oh, I'm putting him on the T app." I was like, don't put him on the T app. Why would you put him on there? She was mad that he was trying to talk to me. I'm like, I'm like, wait, like it's not that deep. He didn't do nothing. Like, he just tried to talk to me. She was ready to post his pictures. Mind you, she only like kissed this man, but she was ready to defame his whole character because for no reason, just because
I
she was
seen that,
mad.
man. Because like some of like if it don't, I seen some women and some people I know because it didn't go your way or it didn't end the way you thought it was gonna end up.
Yeah, yeah.
You mad at your feelings, so then you writing up all kind of shit about the dude on there. You know what I
That is
mean? It
horrible.
actually make you look weak as a person when you do that. You know what
Yeah,
I
that
mean?
is horrible.
And
I'm
then
not
like
with that.
you remember back in the day was like when you was older. You wasn't supposed to tell your business. If you slept around, you did whatever, you're supposed to keep that hush, you know? You don't speak and
Right.
tell about y'all shit. Now, when the women doing that now on that app, you basically telling your business now, everybody finding out your business now. You know what I mean? But they came up the app now called T on Her. So now that's the men app to expose the women. And the women don't want niggas get to talking about how quick it was, he done bust that down or who done, and then you don't want all this. I hit too. Now now you ain't gonna be able to lie about them numbers no more because it's gonna be exposed. You know what I'm saying? That three was nine.
I mean,
They always tell us
the dudes
multiply
could
by
be lying. They could lie too, though.
three.
They
But
could lie.
what I will say on the men one is the men, it's not as like how the women shit is. The men really don't really be talking and exposing and gossiping. You know what I mean? So that shit really don't even be having no energy on that app. But I think they did
So,
say get rid of it.
is this a live show?
Yeah.
Um, how could I like what? How could the people find it?
Oh, it's on you. It's on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
It's called and I'm standing on it podcast.
Okay.
Let me see if I'll check you. Hey, so I'm gonna hop over to 80 while 80 explaining what he got going on, what his opinion is. I'm gonna send you the link.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I feel it could be a distraction, man. Kind of like she was saying, it depends on how solid your situation is, though. Because if your situation is legit, can't nothing, interfere or distract or pull a person in either direction. You feel me? But it's the ones that's on there. If you on there hopping in people's DMs and taking pictures for everybody to gasp at or whatnot and the whole nine. You feel me? If they
Mhm.
seeking attention and doing things like that, then yeah, it's gonna cause ruffles. It's gonna cause ruffles. I mean, it's a lot of this stuff. The way things are set up now, it puts everybody in the mindset of how instant something else can take place. You got DoorDash, you got Instacart, you got Amazon Prime. Like nobody waits for nothing. So if you in a situation where you got unlimited access and admiring people's lifestyles and being entertained by the stuff that you see on there, it could have a negative influence on you. You know what I mean? It's so unlimited. It's so accessible to like be on there and be live and up front with whoever it is that you feeling. So if people is still interacting in that manner, then it's it can become a distraction all the way through. A lot of people fall out because of this, or you got people that be tripping because somebody liked your comment, or that's when it's a little it's to the left with that one. You know what I mean? Like you shouldn't be in a situation with nobody that you're that insecure about. If you see if they interacting, are they doing what they doing? If they all seeking attention? Are they doing anything to disrespect the relationship? You know what I mean?
So you think? Do
And
you think? Let me ask you this then. You think? Let's say some of these pictures that get posted. Would you consider that cheating, or you think that's doing too much just to seek attention? What if they not responded back to the DMs, but she posted pictures to get that attention?
but then it's already it's set up. It's set up to fail because at the end of the day, unless that's your vibe, unless you would do to just vibe with that, okay, it's cool, you ain't tripping. You know what I mean? It's people who are in that mindset of the social media and the posts and the likes, and so you might have some people that might be cool with it, but for the most, they know dudes really gonna be cool with a girl posting no half naked pictures online to get attention. I mean, especially if that ain't how you met her. Like Rel said, if I met you like that, then yeah, I I gotta accept it is what it is if I'm just trying to make a relationship with you. But if you just you know, we just, you know, you're just a regular person. You ain't no influence or nothing else. I mean, what is you on there trying to get the attention for?
So I'm gonna tell you, I had dealt with someone not that long ago. She claimed to be faithful and this and that. Now I don't know. I mean, she probably was, but I told her, you know, what I noticed about her social media, she was posting every single day, you know, these solo pictures and it's pictures
Yeah,
that's gonna make a man comment back on it. You know what I'm
exactly.
saying? But this was a daily thing. I'm like, damn. I said, is the attention that serious? Like, why you post this every day? And these pictures is old too. These pictures look like 7 years ago, 5 years ago. It's not yesterday or last week. So why do you keep recycling these pictures looking for attention? I'm not worried about no man. I ain't worried about that. I don't even respond back to him. So I'm not saying you do, but you're doing something obviously to seek attention though, and you're trying to bring that traffic your way. You know.
Yeah,
So, but yeah, man. But
But you know, here's the other thing too. Is it so you know it also it's not always about the pictures you post too. It's also people might not want to deal with you based on what you say in your like I've had females not want to deal with me because of the shit I say, like some of the shit I post, right? Like I've had females like be like they wasn't they didn't like what I was saying, right?
yeah,
Or like some of my, you know, shit I be posting in the car and shit like that. They like I've had females get mad and not want to talk. Like we might have started talking, and then because it's I posted, sure to be like, no, I didn't like that post, and then they didn't want to deal with me no more. So it's
hmm
also it ain't also about what you're showing. It's also could be about what you're saying. Like if you
yeah.
get in there and you dealing with somebody and or
This,
you start talking to somebody or dating somebody and you like, let's say you a Trump supporter, that could change, right? That person may not know that in conversation that they have with you, but now they see this on your social media and they like, hold up, you rock with Trump? Oh, now I can't deal with you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it could also be what you're saying too. So it's almost like because the thing about it is like not every like I'm a personality, right? I'm a radio person. I've been a radio personality. I do podcasts, right? I do all these things. So for me, I think the thing for women sometimes when it comes to dealing with me is that you
hmm
gotta understand that I'm a personality. So if they just looking at me as, oh, this, I'm just another dude, I'm just a regular dude saying these things, right? They take it the wrong way, as opposed to if I'm Chris Rock saying these things, right? They know I'm a comedian or I'm Charlemagne the God. They know I'm on radio and I'm saying these things. That they it may be more accepted, but because I'm not a certain level of broadcaster or influencer or media person, because I'm not a certain level, it's taken as it is a regular dude talking shit.
but but see, they gotta know your vibe though. See, that's the thing about it too. So that goes back to kind of like what you were saying. If that's how they met the person, then they gotta understand that's who the person is. You can't meet somebody and then expect them to change up who they already was. You know, for y'all to have your relationship or whatnot. If you met a person like you, it's the same thing. If you met a dude who was a basketball player, he's not gonna stop playing basketball because he not gonna because y'all in a relationship. You can't expect them to regress, and vice versa. You meet her in the strip club, you can't expect her to stop stripping. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
I feel like I could relate to Ro because um it takes a really strong man to be with me based off of my social media presence. You know, if you don't know me personally,
What you say?
my bad, yeah, my alarm went off.
Yeah.
If you don't know me personally and you just see my Instagram, you won't really know anything about me from my Instagram. Like my Instagram gives off a whole nother vibe than what I'm really about. You know what I'm saying? So I can relate to being judged off of social media posts. I gotta come down and come back up because I can't hear it because this alarm is going off. I'll be right back.
So let me ask y'all this, man. So how y'all feel about, like, for instance, I'd experienced some times that they y'all go on your social media and want to see who you're friends with. I mean, goddamn PI work, man. Oh, why you friends with her? How you know her? Do you know them? Who they? Oh, you following these amount of women, this and that. What I supposed to follow a bunch of niggas? Like,
Yeah.
what difference do it make? Who I'm following ain't. I thought that's what social media was for, to follow and get followed back. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
if you're not in their inbox and all that, then why should you be worried? Or do
That's
you
because
think if you get into a relationship with somebody, you should clean that up?
Damn, I missed
that
the question.
Oh,
we
I was telling them, like, there was somebody I dealt with, and they used to try to do a little PI work. They'll jump all into your followers and following, and they got all the questions about how many women on there and how many women you follow. And it's not even about being in their inbox. It's about just trying to build your shit. Like, for instance, if we're doing this, right, and I just started not too long ago the IG page for this thing. Of course, I'm reaching out to bring people in, to bring eyes to. I mean, she even got on that page. It was like, why you got all these women and this and that? And I'm like, what difference do it make, man? Like, you want me to have all my following and people I'm following just all men? Then you're going to be questioning me. You know what I'm saying? It going to seem weird. Like, damn, my nigga following all these other niggas and shit. What the fuck wrong with him? Like, I'm supposed to have a bunch of niggas with their shirts off in my following shit?
But this the deal though, Vince. You gotta remember what generation we living in right now. So we come from a generation where we was already popular before a social media page. We was popping before it was social media. So you gotta remember that, like, a lot of people wasn't popping until they got on social media. The internet didn't give a platform for anybody to put on whatever character they want to at any given time.
Mhm.
That's why motherfuckers be getting catfished and shit like that, because the internet has opened up the doors and created a platform even for people who nobody fucked with in high school. Nobody would have fucked with you in junior. No, you know what I mean? You know, it was cats like that that nobody fucked with in high school. That nigga sitting by himself at the lunch table and shit, and nobody fucked with. But he get on that social media and pull off some shit. Now he getting followers and views. It gives them a sense of importance. So you got to remember too, a lot of people take social media like serious as hell. We from a different era, man. Social media for us, it's to talk shit and to be assholes and make some money in the process. Am I right or wrong? Like, we don't take none of that shit serious. We can spot a jerk just because you got 3 million followers, don't stop you from being who you really are.
Yeah.
And so and you can see who's on social media trying to create a presence, and then you can see who's on social media just on their bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I think that's where it comes in line. Like, you got to understand who you're dealing with. You got to understand the person that you fucking with. If you fucking with somebody and you meet them on the internet, well, that's half of it right there.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like you know what I mean? If that's what it came from and that's what it generated from, then obviously there's movement happening. There's movement taking place. You just either got to accept or you got to leave it alone, man. But I just think that we live in a world right now where everything is controlled by what's on social media. Oh, they doing this now with their hair, or they this is the new thing. There's so much social media shit, like, where it's like men versus women, women versus men. Don't date this, don't date that. And social media be like hyping them narratives up. You know what I mean? Like, social media will hype them narratives up to the point to where even in the process of trying to create a relationship or do something, now you gotta worry about what's being spewed and what's being retained. You know what I mean? Motherfucker hears something a certain amount of time, they start believing it. You know what I mean? So when them narratives are being pushed on social media, that we live in an era where you gotta be real selective on who you deal with and how you deal with people. You know what I mean? Because we just living in a world where things ain't the same. It ain't no values we have for this. Most of it is shit that people making up as they going along.
So how you
on
feel
the
about
internet.
social media? Could you date someone that's on social media a lot? Like that's their lifestyle.
But who
Like, and
not
I'm
on
not
social
talking
media?
about.
It ain't, you
I'm
don't
not talking
see.
about business. I'm talking about just a
No,
motherfucker
just
playing on
on
social
there.
media all day.
Just on there. Like what
Yeah.
female don't, bro? Like do you tell me you met a female that don't be on there?
I put it to you like this. I
I have,
probably only
I
met,
have
met 1% of a female that would say if she was in a relationship and her man said get rid of the social media, she said she would do it. She wouldn't put social media above her relationship.
Yeah.
but
But
I'm
You
most
gonna
said
women
you
ask
don't do
haven't.
you,
that.
You said
I
you
also
haven't
met
met.
women that don't be
I
on
said
it.
like 1%.
No, but I'm asking you. The question was, how many women do you know that don't be on social media?
I know women that I've met women that don't
I,
be on it.
I know a couple. They don't even fuck with
I
social
know
media.
It's a
They got
small
like one picture
ratio,
on
bro.
there.
So it's a
probably
small
have,
ratio because you
Yeah,
got to
very
think about.
small.
Yeah, it's a small ratio. So the chances are anybody that you fucking with got some type of social media page. It's some
Yeah.
women. It's some women. If you tell them you don't got a social media page, they won't fuck with you.
Not
I
only
want
Or
that,
they
it's
think you
kind of
lying.
suspect. It's kind of suspect.
You lying.
See?
So it's
wait, you
like,
say
why
so you
don't
say
you
it's
have a social media? Because like, what are you hiding? Like,
See?
mm,
I mean, but
See?
what if you ain't into social media though? What if you want the people to
well,
just you just
I
ain't into all
believe
that?
that's a possibility. I know a guy who's not on social media, at all, and it's possible.
I
But
mean, because some people are just private. Some people are just
right,
private.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm
Just
saying? If you know the person to be a private person, like if you know personally that this dude, he don't tell you much about his business. He don't, you know what I'm saying? Like when you see this nigga, like you know the nigga private. You know what I'm saying? You don't
everybody move different. You know what I mean?
even know where he
so
lives.
I'm gonna be truthful.
Uh,
When I was in a relationship at one point, I said I'm gonna get off of social media. It was a lot of drama coming from my social media, and he didn't ask me to get off social media. I just said I'm gonna get off, and I was off for 2 years, and it didn't bother me. Um, but I made that choice because I wanted to make that choice.
Let me ask you a question.
make the relationship better.
Well, I don't know if it made it better because it was already in good standing, but ultimately we're not together. So clearly, it like, what more did it really
Yeah,
do?
it didn't
Have
do
you had have you had a dude that hit you up like they didn't know you? They hit you up on social media. You gave them a shot, and then they complained about your social media.
um, yeah.
Well, then that was a
So
fool. 'Cause, I mean, you already came in on that.
right,
Yeah,
Like you
but
feel me?
like I'm not
if
gonna
they
lie, this
DM'd her,
bothers me and that bothers me, and I'm just
if
like,
they DM'd her, that's really crazy because you that's how you met me.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Like
That's what
that's
I'm
how
saying.
you
You was
hit me
on that.
up on social media. It's not like I met you in the club and then I asked you
Yeah,
for you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like I met you through DM.
So what's that? What if that's the problem? Because she know how she met you. What's stopping you from being in other women inbox?
But
so,
mm,
so.
Yeah.
well,
You know what I mean?
I was asking in the perspective of the dude getting mad about her social media after he DM'd her. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
but
That's why I'm saying because
yeah,
he was able to pull her and knock her from social media. So
But wait,
why another man can't? You got
oh,
millions of men on there.
wait. We met in person, but he slid in the DMs. He didn't try to holler in person. He slid in the DMs, and
Uh,
mm,
then was just like, I guess maybe seeing all of the mutual friends and like all of the rappers and all of the, you know, the the people that were following me. It was like, damn, like everybody. Like I can't
oh,
introduce you to nobody. And I'm just like, what? I put in a lot of work. Like, so
oh,
what? Now now you upset because I know everybody? Like, wait.
all right. Okay, I'm gonna give you a pass on that one. Now, because of what you do, you got an excuse for all these men to know you. But don't nothing feel worse than a man walking through the building with a woman and all the other niggas know who she is. Talking about, oh, that ain't nobody. That's just such and such, man. Yeah, I've been on her.
No. It ain't that nobody. That's wavy.
But you know what I
You
mean?
feel
Like,
me?
because of what you do, you got an excuse. But say, like, you didn't do what you did and all these men knew you. Don't no man want to walk in with no woman like that. We take pride in walking in like, because we want to feel like we got the baddest thing in there. Yeah, nigga, I found her. Y'all ain't seen her. No, y'all, none of y'all don't know her. You don't know nothing about her. You don't know shit. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I
Men
get
get
it.
off on that.
I get it, but you should get off on the fact that I'm walking in with you. That says a lot. Cause now they looking at you like how you pulled wavy. How did you pull her?
Yeah, shit.
Now they looking at you like, wait, nah, and they looking at me like, why how he got you? Type shit. You feel me?
Yo, hell, yeah.
All those dudes was already there, right? Like that means this is what dudes got to think about too. Like, obviously, if I'm rocking with you, she chose you, right? So she chose you. That's a point, right? Because the other dudes, they was already there. They was already hollering. You feel what I'm saying? They was already trying. They already tried. She curved them, and she got with you.
I don't want to be in the public with her and known as that option nigga because she done skipped over the other niggas that got me. So I'm the option that worked. Hell nah. I
Nah,
want to
you
be
the
the
chosen
nigga.
one.
I want to
You
pull
the
up and
chosen
like,
one. What you mean the option that
nuh-uh.
worked?
See, that's how I go right there because you said the chosen one. No, nigga, you got to be the chosen one. You know what I'm saying? I can't be the chosen one.
I mean,
I think that's
I
probably what the
should be.
problem
I
is.
should be. I should be.
You gonna be the That's what it is. Talk about all niggas know her. Oh no, can't do it, bro.
No, but you know that's what I think that and women don't get that part is that it's not that a man is insecure or anything like that. It really is. It's women don't understand how much men enjoy exclusivity.
Yeah, real deal.
You see
Real
what I'm
deal.
saying? Like it don't matter. Like when it comes to if you got the money to buy a certain car, you buy like, yeah, nigga, I'm the only one that got this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta.
It's a sense of pride. It's a sense of pride, man. And,
Yeah,
I mean,
you walk in the spot. You walk in the spot and see a nigga with your outfit on. You tight.
yeah, that's
like,
real.
Got the same shit on. This is
Don't nobody want to be that dude. And,
right.
and you pulling up, and you pulling up, and niggas is going crazy about, oh man, damn, he with her, oh damn, he with her, he cuffing her,
Good or bad.
Right.
I don't.
Hey, he cuffing that, yo. Like,
But you
for
know,
real.
and you know what's crazy too, though. The other thing, like, I know dudes that get like, I've seen dudes get hyped when they like, shorty ain't got no social media.
Oh, yeah, I love that. You know what I like better than no social media? When she ain't got no friends either.
This
For real.
horrible.
This nigga is stupid.
I get this when she ain't got no friends. I'm like, hell yeah, you got.
This
I
nigga
got my
want her to be a hermit crab.
Hey,
He want her to be a
now
hermit
my
crab
business.
with a rock.
It depends. Well, I tell you, it depends on what kind of friends she got. You know what I mean? Yeah. Well, you got anything ratchet around you, I'm cool. I don't even want to fuck with you now. You ain't did nothing wrong. I just don't want to fuck with you because I know where this gonna go. You know what I'm saying? I don't mess with nothing.
All right,
Nothing
so let me ask you a question. All right, okay. We already established you got no social media. That's great, right? We established that. What? But Pacific is not. But see, y'all mistake it as insecurity. It has nothing to do with insecurity
at all.
It has to do with I want something nobody's had.
Or and protecting. I don't want nobody fucking my shit up with you. Right. I want our shit to be cool. That's why I would say I know you get to your point. I might be on social media. I might add these people or that person or whatever. But what you will never really see on my social media is the person I'm fucking with. I don't put my business out there like that for y'all to be in my business. Don't worry about who the fuck I'm fucking with, who in my house, where I'm at. Ain't nobody business. You know what I mean? Because when I used to do that, I used to see it'd be your closest niggas around you trying to be in your girl inbox, nigga. You know what I mean? And don't let y'all break up. It's gonna be your closest nigga, the first one in her inbox. You know? So I just keep my shit. And for those that should, like my closest people who should know I'm in a relationship, they gonna know who you are. They know you. It ain't for
The
niggas we
important,
don't
the
know.
important people. The
Yeah,
important people. Yeah.
yeah. And I don't do the games on the social media when everybody trying to make it look like their relationship all good, all the hugging and all that old extra bullshit. I
Right.
don't do all that, man. You act like
So let
every
me
day a
ask
good day with them.
let me ask you this question. Let me ask you this question. It's going to be different for women, but for what is the number of followers? I say Shorty got IG, right?
Mhm.
What is the number of followers that you like? I ain't fucking with you.
That happens.
Yeah.
What you gonna say?
That question alone will let you determine what type of person you're dealing with. Because if you get on there and she only got 200 followers, you know what I mean, then you know she ain't hella active on her shit. But if you jump on that motherfucker, she got 200,000. Well, then
So, all right, so
she
this is
be
what I'm
getting
saying.
busy. You know
So
she
what-
be getting busy.
So
Hey,
hold on. So
200K.
I'm saying, 80.
You-
What is the what's the cap for you? Like, what's the cap that you like? Nah, I can't deal with nothing past this number.
Man, if
All
she
right,
got
all
more,
right.
if she got
I go
more
like,
followers, if she got more
You want-
followers than me, if she got more followers than me, then it's a problem.
okay, mine
How
would
many
be.
followers you got? How many followers you got? How many
I
followers
don't know,
you got?
man. I done had to do a whole new page like 3 times, man. My pages done got shut down.
Bob would
What's
be, hey, but so okay, it's different. I don't know. I don't have a number. Like I say, like what Wavy was saying. Okay, if she in the business of the shit, I'm not gonna trip. But if you just a regular
Yeah.
everyday chick, ain't in the
All
business,
right,
you ain't
I'm
selling
talking
shit.
about the regular
Yeah.
everyday.
You ain't
Just
got
a
no
regular
business.
girl.
You ain't running no business. You ain't.
All right, this is how I
Yeah,
do it. If I see, it ain't got to be a huge number. Let's just see, I see 1,000. Let's just say I see 1,000. I click on the following, and you following 975 niggas. I'm cool.
Yeah.
I'm done. I'm cutting it off. Like,
Yeah.
you ain't got a whole lot of followers or following. Wait, you got 975 niggas? No, I'm cool. And you following them. I'm good. I'm not even gonna entertain it.
You know what I think should be a red flag for dudes? If she's following a lot of celebrities and they're not following her back,
Yeah.
that means like she's just out there fishing. You feel me?
Oh, I ain't
Oh, see, I never thought about that. I used to overlook
I
that.
don't
Like, oh, that's
follow
just a celebrity. I ain't
anybody.
worried
I
about
don't
no Justin
follow
Timberlake.
anybody that I don't know in real life and that does not follow me back. I do not follow nobody if I don't know you and if you don't follow me back, because I like there's some celebrities that I have never met, but we follow each other since Twitter days. Like like just industry shit. But I'm not following nobody who don't follow me. But there are girls who they be like, oh,
I ain't even
I
think
love
about
this
that.
man. I love Chris Brown. They go Chris Brown crazy. They'll leave you at home while you sick to go see Chris
Or pay
Brown.
that $1,000. Hey, or pay that $1,000 for that picture with him.
But you know what's so crazy?
And she ain't even took you out on a date one time.
You know what's so crazy though? You know what's so crazy? What, and I'm back. I'm piggybacking off what Wavy is saying. If Shorty is following a bunch of celebrities, you worried about it if she looks a certain way. Like you're not gonna be worried about it. Like if she's a like anywhere from she's like a 6'7". You not really because you like niggas. That nigga want 10s and better. You feel what I'm saying? Like you not gonna, you don't
be surprised.
No,
You'd be surprised.
I
don't
went
see
through that shit
shit.
too, man. She said, I can't win. It was why you following these girls, this and that, then get insecure about what they look like. Then it turned into, why you even following them? You could have look how ugly they are. I'm not fond because of what they look like. Nigga, like what the fuck? What don't you get? Like you don't even give a nigga a little bit of credit. You know what I mean? Like
no, but I'm saying for the female, we not worried. Like if we know the chick, right? Like we like she can follow all the celebrity niggas she want because they ain't going after her. You feel what I'm saying? We not gonna care if she ain't a baddie, right? Like if she ain't a baddie, we not worried about it because we like niggas ain't worried about you. Like,
so wait, so my question is for Freddie. So this girl who was checking who he was following and being private investigator on your social media.
Yeah.
Was this like when you was younger?
No.
See,
and she was 41 years old. That's what I'm saying. We too old for that. That's what I used to say to her. Like, we too old for this shit.
I'm not checking following. I'm not checking phones. I'm not doing none of that at this big age.
Come on. If you was hiding something, you wouldn't even, how some niggas are, they gonna hide. They're not even gonna have you on the page, period. You know what I mean? Everything private. My page is public. So obviously I ain't hiding that. My Facebook public, my Instagram public. What are we talking about?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's crazy, man.
But I mean, I definitely I say it too. I'm like, yo, the next relationship I'm in, nobody might not see no posts with her in it until we marry. You feel what I'm saying? Like you may see the wedding post, you know what I'm saying? And then even with that, unless because I'm a funny nigga, right? So like I may do little skits and shit with my wife. Now we got a house, we in the house, and you know what I mean? I'm doing little stupid shit with her in the house, you know what I'm saying, for fun. But I'm not like just posting, every movement that we doing. Matter of fact, I actually, I know a couple that actually they took social media and they made it a business. They've made $500,000 in brand deals off of their relationship. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Hey, let me ask you. So Callie put this here on the screen, and that's a good question, Callie, because I often wonder that myself. Like she said that she can't understand why people have a problem with women or men hitting each other up in the DM, and I hear that a lot. Oh, niggas in my DM, or the one was in my DM, or whatever the case is. What else they gonna do? What you got the direct message for? Especially if you're not a brand or have a business, what else would they be in your inbox for? They obviously like either or, like what they seen, and they hitting you.
Right.
So you can choose to entertain it or say yes or no, and y'all move y'all separate ways. But so what? What difference would it make if you was in the club and a nigga approached you? That's something to brag about?
Right.
All these niggas can't talk to me. I mean, nigga, you in that environment, that's why you're there. And the social media now looks like it started off. Remember when Facebook used to be real strict and it came out, you had to be family or co-worker or something like that. MySpace was the shit, all the bullshit took place at.
Yeah.
But now it's wide open. Social media really is the new dating site. You know what I'm saying? Especially Instagram. That's the new dating site. And if it wasn't, then why are y'all butt naked on there posting pictures then?
Right. But here's the thing, like,
and then complain when niggas get in your inbox.
Right. Like at the end of the day, people forget, like, you wouldn't even see some of these people. Like we would never cross paths if it wasn't for social media. Because before social media, the only way I would meet you is it, like, for me, example, I lived in New York. I wasn't gonna meet no chicks in Cali till I moved to Cali.
Yeah.
But none of my I could tell you right now, majority of the dudes I grew up with ain't never even met chicks in Cali. You know what I'm saying? Because they never flew out there. Now
so think about that, what you just said. So now you got your girl all over social media with all these dudes. So basically your girl is accessible to all these random men.
Right.
Everywhere.
And that's what you don't understand.
Yeah.
It's the accessibility that we're saying, like, yo, you too accessible. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
a nigga can hit your girl up at any time.
Right. Your page ain't private.
That nigga said it anytime.
This is why it is very important to have a solid foundation.
Yeah,
because Because if your girl, if she, I mean, I can't speak for all women, but if I'm in a relationship, I'm in a relationship because I want to be in this relationship. So there's nobody or anything that can distract me from this relationship. And if somebody
Yeah,
can distract me, then there's a problem there.
Mm.
And I should be single, because why am I entertaining men, whether it be a hello, whether it be anything? I'm not, when I'm in a relationship, it's none of that. Unless, you know what I'm saying, it's clear that this is not working and we going our separate ways. Then it is what it is. But your woman shouldn't be that accessible just because she's on social media. That means uh, I mean, it shouldn't mean much.
But they can get
But
in her inbox.
it's about what they entertaining. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And that's what I mean by when I mean by it can make a bad situation. You know what I mean? Just because somebody hitting you don't mean you gotta entertain it.
That part.
And then it's a lot of, like we talked about earlier, like you say, if you're not an influencer, you shouldn't be. What the hell is you posting every day for? You know what I mean? Like somebody who's not an influencer, somebody who's an influencer is posting every day, unless somebody's trying to seek attention. Like them is the only two people that's gonna post every day. If you got a business, you're gonna post every day. If you're an influencer, you're gonna post every day. If you're trying to get attention, you're gonna post every day.
That's not true,
Because outside
Callie.
of that,
That's not true, Callie. Callie, if she look good, I don't care if she's naked, half naked or not. If she look good, she could be in a business suit. They gonna hit her up. She could be
all day.
She could be a teacher. They gonna hit her up. I know a teacher. She beautiful too. She posts her outfits every day in her class. She posts about every day in her class. You know what I'm saying? But I tell y'all this. I'm gonna tell y'all this. This is real talk. If a woman's from New York, if she's from New York City, if she lives in New York City, works in New York City, 9 times out of 10, social media ain't bothering her. And I'm gonna tell you why. You know that a woman living in New York City, from the time she walks out her building to the train, from the train to her job, you know how many
She done got hollered at 100 times.
100 times in New York, because New York is the most accessible city that I've ever been to. I've been to a lot of cities.
Tupac here.
Oh, he here. New York is the most accessible city that I've ever been to. Wavy can vouch for this. Ben, you've been here. You've seen it. You don't have to go far. You don't have to go to the club. You don't have to go to the mall. You don't have to do none of that. New York, all you got to do is be outside. That's all you got to do. Be outside. Go to work. Go home.
So, Ralph, so what are you saying?
I'm just saying this. I feel like social media, like the way that dudes try to hit up chicks on social media.
Right.
I feel like, from what I know from New York women aren't as phased about dudes hitting them up in the DM.
Oh, of course not. And on top of that, we all think we are the celebrities when we come from the town. We don't care who you are.
Right. That's the other thing with New York.
Like what?
Yeah, that's the other thing with New York. Like they feel like of course they hitting me up. I'm who. That's how these women feel out here. They're like, of course they hitting me up. Of course it's me. Like, what are you talking about?
Y'all heard how I was just talking about he's the chosen one, and I'm not even saying that. Like, I'm just being like, that's just. I'm very confident. And it has a lot to do with me being from the towns.
Right. But women out here, that's why, you know what? You know how many women buy headphones just for that reason? You know how many women got headphones in their ear just for that reason? Because they like, yo, I know niggas is going to try to talk to me. They do it every day.
I don't want to hear that shit.
And I don't want to hear it. Every day.
What up, Reflection, man? See you on. So I see you tapping in, man. So, we got a new guest in from DC area, Maryland area, DMV. Let's put it like that. You know what I'm saying? She got her own podcast thing going on. She do her own social media thing. She got a bunch of nigga followers. She said,
no, she really do. What you
I
got?
know
What you
she
got?
do. I know
Hold
she
on.
do.
What you got? Like 50,000 on Instagram?
Nah, I got 33,000,
Oh,
and 95% of my following is men.
See,
I'm not gonna lie.
yeah, what I'm saying is what I say about them 90s, them 90 percentages. You know what I'm saying? See, Pop, check this out, man. Why she sit there like that?
Hey, what's your at? Shit, I've been.
Hmm?
He say he about to follow you.
Oh, I am Wavy K. You see the way my name is spelled down there? Just put IAM in front of it.
but I definitely feel like New York women, New York
Hey,
women get hollered at every day. So DMs, honestly, most women in
because
New York,
they walking out there, man. That's
yeah,
probably why.
but that's the thing too. A lot of women in New York, they'll ignore your DMs all day.
Yeah. Well, check this out. Reflection. I'm glad you on here, man. So I'm gonna bring you into the conversation. So we talking about social media. Do you think social media destroy relationships, man? Do you think it's a good thing, a bad thing? Would you date a girl with a huge following on social media? Would you have boundaries on that?
I think social media destroys relationships for the weak. That's what I think.
Exactly
think-
what I said.
No disrespect to the young lady on here to talk about age. Any nigga on social media that's over 30, social media should not be affecting your relationship. It makes no sense at all. If you're
I agree.
over 30, why is social media affecting your grown relationship? If that bitch or that nigga not grown enough to understand the algorithm of relationship, you know what social media is? Social media is a sexual manipulation. And social media is a relationship manipulation. There is nothing that you could gravitate and get from social media that should be healthy for you to add to your lifestyle if you're over 30. And I only give it 30 just to give it some leeway. Social media is for kids and for childlike mindset. That's it. There is no way. I've been on social media for years. In every relationship I've been in, I've never allowed social media, or I've never taken what I've seen on social media that serious to where it's affecting my relationship. Does it allow niggas to have a leeway to your girl? Yes, it does. And a lot of females is not gonna tell they nigga, oh, a nigga just DM me, right? Because maybe that's her own future fantasy. Maybe she's been in that relationship for 2, 3. If you're in a relationship for 5 years, you need a fantasy on the side. You don't need an active fantasy. But what bitch is gonna sit there and say, oh, hey, this nigga just DM me, he's trying to get at me. She's gonna kind of keep that to herself because it's giving her an old school butterflies when she first felt alive and felt like you're not really feeling alive when you in a 5-year, 10-year relationship. So maybe that's her own little DM. You know what I'm saying? She might leave that nigga on red, but she still say, oh, you can still read it. So the point I'm making is, if you're allowing social media to affect your relationship, you need to see where you're at a maturity level. Because
Okay,
it makes no
Can
sense.
your friends, is it okay for your friends to follow your boyfriend or your girlfriend?
Not at all.
No,
It
why?
goes back to what I said. Why are you immature
You said it shouldn't
enough
affect anything.
No, but
You said it shouldn't affect your
why you not-
relationship at 30 plus. You said if you're
But
30
why-
plus, you
but
should be
when
mature
you-
enough that it shouldn't affect it.
No,
So
but hey,
you would be
no,
more
but
worried.
I agree with him though. I agree with him though.
I know, but you be more worried.
I don't follow none of
I know. I'm
none of
just
my
asking a
niggas.
question. Would you be
I don't-
more
I don't-
worried about? Would you be more worried about the niggas you know and your girl know as a collective over these niggas you don't know in your girl inbox? Is your friends
You know-
more of a threat to your relationship than these niggas you don't know?
No, but I ain't gonna say that.
Benz, if you call me out to hang out with you and you know I'm in a certified relationship, but you see me fucking off for my girl, yes, you should violate and disrespect me and follow my bitch.
No,
Because
man.
you just her at the spot. Let's keep it
Look.
above. If you
But
see me
look.
disrespecting my relationship, why wouldn't you follow that bitch, my bitch, on social media? So you have a right to do that because I just violated in front of you in your face.
But a real nigga not finna follow. If that's your folk, like I don't follow none of my people's girls. I don't follow none of my people's girls. I don't follow my cousin's girl. I don't follow my brother's girl. I don't follow none of them. Because ain't nobody gonna ever say some bullshit happened that didn't happen. That's how you start. That's just out of respect to me being a real one. I don't follow none of my people's girls. None of them. Not they baby mamas, not none of that shit.
Let's have an understanding. If I know we know the same girl, but that's not your bitch, yeah, I'm gonna follow her. If it's not your bitch, what I'm saying is like this, like people that you fuck with, somebody you fuck with, if that's your relative or that's your, you know what I mean? If you don't call her auntie or if she ain't like your cousin, then you ain't gonna be just following her. Like I don't follow none of my siblings, my brother. I don't follow nobody female that I fuck with them. If I fuck with you, I don't follow your female at all because there's no reason for me to.
Well, I have friends though. I have friends that are couples that I follow both. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's just because like we've all been together. Like some of my friends I've known before social media, right? And some of them and women we've known before social media, right? Like, and we just have that, like, even to where their kids call me uncle and all types of shit. So we all follow each other, right? Like I follow some of my boys' girls. They went, but that's their wives. You know what I'm saying? Now, if I'm now say for instance, right now, Reflection and 80, I follow y'all. I meet your lady. I'm not following her. You get what I'm saying? Because we haven't had that relationship where I've known you long enough to be comfortable.
But depending on that social circle between myself, my lady, and you, it can allow you to follow her, right? Depending on that social circle amongst us three. Now, if there's no social circle amongst us three, then it seems weird. Why the fuck are you following her?
Yeah, but that's just me. I ain't saying that's what every nigga gonna do. That's just what I just don't do it. That's just my thing. Now, if I knew, I got friends where I knew the female before I knew the dude. You know what I mean? Like if I knew the female before I knew the dude, now it was already, you know, we was already cool or whatever the deal was. Then I'm not gonna. I'll follow him in because I already knew her before I knew you any goddamn way. You know what I mean? But if you saw it.
It goes back to what I said earlier. It's about being grown. If you're over 30 and you don't know how to move on social media with somebody else's girl, then you're not of that level of maturity yet.
Well, let me get the
female. It's not about not knowing how to move with somebody's girl. It's just out of respect. And I feel the same way. Should no nigga that I fuck with be following my girl? What the fuck is you following my girl for?
Yeah.
No, if they're following you and they have a social circle with you and your girl outside of social media, then it's justified. Don't got no social circle outside of social media. That's what I'm saying. So you ain't got no business. I'm not gonna follow yours. You don't follow mine. You see what I'm saying? Shit.
I think you try to keep tab on your bitch what she doing on the daily. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
If you and I is socializing, we homies, right? We call ourselves homies. I meet your girl, you meet my girl, and we really socialize and probably like once a week, maybe every 2 weeks or whatever like that. And that algorithm is there, then why wouldn't you follow each other?
No, I see what Reflection is saying. He's like,
because it's been to where I've had to reach my homie and I couldn't reach him, so I had to DM his girl.
No, I see what Reflection is saying because it's in the same sense of like, because let's not forget, right? Like if let's say we all grew up, we all around each other, we lived around each other our whole lives. We meet your girl, you get with somebody, y'all end up getting married. We all know each other. It's a different social network because maybe we've been going on double dates. Maybe, you know, we do a lot of stuff together as couples. So I understand. So that's what I'm saying. Like,
So you tell me nobody is DMing Beyonce to get to Jay-Z? There's no male dick that's DMing Beyonce.
I can't speak for nobody else. I'm talking about me, man. I can't speak with nobody. That's
You
just
gotta
my
stop,
thing. You know what I mean?
you gotta stop bringing up celebrities because they live a different life.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, they do shit differently.
you. And we
They
just
do
don't
shit differently. Hey, but my thing is,
Beyonce don't even run her social media. She got people for that.
They live just like us when it
No,
comes
they
to
got,
the
no, they
network.
got people that manage their social media.
they got publicists to do that shit.
They got publicists to do that shit.
There's no way. You don't
Yeah,
throw
no,
the policy.
Crazy don't even got
hey,
social media.
Hold on real quick. Let me get, we talk from the male point of view. We do got a lady on this time. I know it's generally all men, but what's your opinion on that? Would you allow, is it okay for your homegirls to be following your man? And can your man be following your homegirls?
Yeah, I don't care about all of that. If you my friend, I should be able to trust you, and if you my dude, I should be able to trust you as well. And if y'all end up doing something, that's on y'all, and it's both of y'all lost. I just experienced a whole situation where he wasn't my man, but it was a dude that I was really feeling, and
I know the story.
we was fucking with each other hard. I can't be cursing on here, but we was messing with each other hard, and he told me that my friend slid in his DMs, and he acted like he wasn't going to entertain it. But my intuition was telling me it was more already. When he told me, I already felt something already happened. He's just trying to fill me out. And it turned out my friend and him fucked around. So, but my thing was, she clearly wasn't my friend like that. You know what I'm saying? Because if you could do that and you know how I feel about this man, then you're not my friend. So they both lost. You know what I'm saying? She was hitting me up. Can we talk? Can we talk? I don't want to talk to you. You know, it's just.
You lost too. You know how you lost?
How I lost?
Because if you rewind it back, you was not in a relationship with this gentleman, right or wrong?
Right.
So why would you feel you entitled to claim him like that?
I'm not entitled, but if I'm bringing my friend around a man that I deal with, he's off limits. That's just what it should be. It's not entitled.
Your friend knows this is not your situation. This is not your man. So how do you have the audacity to try to claim that man, and you haven't even claimed him as your man? It makes no sense.
Listen, sir, in your mind, you can, if in your mind, if that's how you're justifying the situation, then okay. But I'm telling you, from my point of view, as a friend, if she introduced me to any man that she was feeling, I'm not going to slide into that man's DMs. I'm not going to look at that man twice. I'm not interested in that man because she's interested in that man, and that's my friend. That's just how it is.
So this is your friend. This is your friend. She has the understanding. Wait, this is your friend. So she has the understanding that this is not a guy that you've chosen as yours. And yes, there's boundaries, even though this is not your man. So I understand there is boundaries, but you have to understand the algorithm of your relationship with your friend and this guy. If you just got this guy as some type of side bullshit, and she knows you're not feeling this guy, then this is just a round-the-way nigga.
No, she knew how I felt about this man.
Okay,
I was very open and honest with this girl. She knew how I felt about this man. Everybody knew how I felt about this man.
Yeah.
Even Rel knew how I felt about this man.
Because you said you didn't have no connection or emotion with this guy. The way
you said it. I never said that. I never said that.
There was a connection between them, but it didn't prosper to the next level for a number of reasons. That's her business. But there was a level of like, I'm rocking with you. I don't rock with just anybody. You know I'm rocking with you. Don't disrespect me. Don't make me look crazy out here. That's really what it boils down to, right? Because it's like my thing is this. I always say this. If I unless she's my wife or my kid's mother, if any chick I'm dealing with, if she's not my living girlfriend, she's not my wife, and she's not my kid's mother, any girl that I deal with, I tell my niggas all the time, if she throw it at you, you better catch it.
Okay, so I'm glad you brought that up because niggas not being honest. I've had homies bring a girl to the spot, right? But they didn't bring it as this is who they're with. They just brought a shorty to the spot. They introduced me to this girl, and the energy was there to where I could chop it up with this girl. Why do you allow me to talk to shorty in the spot then? Like if you show up with her, then you're gonna let me know, hey, this is kind of off limits. This is my situation. But if you bring her to the spot and you allow me just to kind of chop it up, and I come to you and say, hey, who is shorty with? She just here, bro. I know her. Whatever. Then that's a whole new different situation.
Right, she's free
Because
for
I
all.
don't believe in violating nobody. I don't believe in violating no nigga. But you have to establish that. If you don't establish that there's boundaries there, this is kind of a nigga that I'm kind of just feeling. This is my situation a little bit, even though I haven't claimed him. Then how do you expect somebody else to respect those boundaries?
But she did.
Yeah, no.
But she
No,
did.
there was boundary set.
Yeah, it was boundary set.
Yeah.
I could vouch for that. It was boundary set.
I've never brought a shorty to the spot and niggas said, no, hey, this is my situation. I've never brought a female to a kickback and niggas said, no, hey, this is my situation. And if I saw niggas trying to move on that, they knew what it was when I brought her there. Any nigga that brought a female to the spot and nobody knew what that was, you got to charge that to the game. You have to. Because they're going to go by how she's moving. Is she distant from you in the hangout? If y'all kicking it back at the spot, is she distant? Like, what you got body language? Is she way off on the other side? Is she right there with you on the side? When you go outside, is she going outside with you? Or is she still staying in?
Well, that ain't always true either, because you got some people that just ain't territorial like that, all in her face all 24 hours. This is mine, stay away from her. Like, it's a lot of niggas that ain't like that. They don't move like that. There's a lot of women that don't even want niggas on them like that. But everybody knows they be like, we still fuck with each other. We just ain't smothering each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
now I will speak for myself. I'll speak for myself, and you probably witnessed this too. There have been times I done brought females around. I'm not on her. I'm not claiming that's my chick. I don't say none of that. Because we still grown, I'm gonna let her do what she do. You know what I mean? If a nigga go holler, right, she gotta be woman to know how to shut that shit down. I should never be brought in a situation I gotta go check this thing over you. You grow. Right. Now if you tell him, hey, no, I'm not interested, I'm with him, and then you keep on trying to be in her face, then that's a different story. You know what I mean?
I'm glad you brought that up, because if I'm bringing a female to the spot, I'm going to know that already. I'm going to believe that she's going to move with the understanding of, you know what it is when we go in here. And it's a lot
that's conversation you got to have with her in the car before y'all get out.
But you shouldn't even have to have that conversation. That should be a given. Like, if you have to have that conversation, then you don't need to be taking that girl anywhere with you. You could bring me, this could be our first date. And if you take me somewhere and this is our first date and I'm there with you, I'm there with you. I'm not going to go and mingle with Joe and Mo over there because they look at
what she said, technically y'all not together, but she respected because she went there with you. You know what I mean? But technically she's not your girl and you not her dude. You know what I'm saying?
But have you guys taken accountability the alcohol? Have you taken accountability the drugs?
If your woman can't, if the woman can't drink,
first of all,
test them. Look, this is my thing. Test them. Bring them out. Take them to a kickback. Don't give them no pep talk before the fact. Give them a couple of drinks. Have the hookah and the blunts and see how she acts, because that's her that's her true self. A woman should be able to carry herself the same way, whether she has 10 glasses of Prosecco or none.
I'm glad you just said that. Real. So a few weeks ago, it was more than that. I used to say, motherfuckers try to be in my business talking about, oh, Fred fuck with her, fuck with this and that, all the shit, right? And I'm like, nah, I ain't never even met this girl when they were trying to hate and say all that dumbass shit. Because all my people that I kick it with in Vegas, they know if I entertain any girl, I always brought them around my folks first. There was no date. There was no dinners. We go to their house and go chill, a kickback, right? And I don't be all up on them. You might be in the house. I might be outside talking to some people, right? It's my way sometimes just to see how you move before I even try to claim you. I'm going to let you do you. I ain't got no handcuffs on you. Let's see how you move. You can keep it respectful. Now, she not going to be no robot, no dummy. She not going to come in and can't speak to people. You know what I mean? I want her to say hello, and I want you to get along with people, but it's different between being in niggas' faces versus just, hey, how everybody doing? Woo, woo, woo. And you know what I mean? And that's it. Some niggas be trying to have their girl on mute, man. You know what I mean?
You know how many times I've had chicks, and when I was heavy in promotion, chicks is coming out, they coming to see me. It's other niggas I promote with, right? And niggas I know, right? And they know that they knew that the chick was there with me or came to see me or whatever the case may be. They see shorty on my body, whatever. And I'm not even playing her hard, right? I'm not even, right? I'm moving around. It may be other chicks in there. I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, that's the one that's the secure bag right there. But you know how many times women have said to me, yo, this one dude, yo, that's your boy? Right? Because I've maybe even introduced like, oh, yo, this is so-and-so, this is so-and-so, blah, blah, blah. And the chicks would be like, yo, that's your man? I'll be like, yeah, what's up? What happened? Nah, that nigga tried to get with me. And I'm like, oh, okay. But I already know. I'm like, okay. I take it as a mental note. But what it showed me also too is that the chick is down for me because she didn't have to tell me nothing, right? She ain't trying to stir up the pot. She just like, I just find that crazy. Like, you brought me here and this nigga tried to holler at me. Ain't that your man? You introduced me, right? And that's what they would tell me. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So do we see social media as an entertainment platform? Because a lot of people, you know, we control our friends on social media.
Right.
So if the majority of your social media followers or the people you following are girls who's half naked all the time, they're talking about men, they're trying to get men, they're talking about tricking, then that's your fault.
Right.
Because you can delete and unfollow and control the algorithm. So if you a woman in a real relationship, why are you following young hoes? Why?
I mean, it could be all hoes too.
If you're a grown man in a relationship, why are you following young niggas? Why?
So I would tell you this, like you just said. You said it's a choice when you have social media, right? And I ain't gonna lie to you. I wouldn't even call it a relationship like that, but there's women I dealt with. And I thought, you know, it could be something serious. And sometimes I get where they coming from about the amount of women that's on the page, you following or whatever, right? There have been times I done went through my friends list on IG and just deleted hell of them, just thousands. Yeah. Get them up out of there because sometimes. I'm a listen to you. If I feel like it's something real, I'm gonna listen to how you feel and how you expressing yourself. Because if I'm trying to fuck with you, these other motherfuckers on my following list don't mean shit to me. So it don't matter. I'm trying to rock with you every day. I don't talk to these motherfuckers every day. So it's nothing to do for delete it. You know what I mean? Now don't get stupid talking about delete this person. Like I might know 80 for a long time and his sister, and I know like real, you know, like Keisha and them, we know him for a long time. Then my partners, man, they ain't going nowhere, you know. But for these people,
but have you ever checked your uncle's page? Have you ever checked your mother's page? Have you ever checked your?
No, they ain't got social media.
Old heads pages. See what their algorithm is like.
They don't got. They don't. I ain't got to check it because they ain't got social media. They don't.
You know what? But you know what the thing. You know the thing.
It's a lot of relatives that you have that's older. I'm talking about 60 years old. I'm talking about 50 years old.
They got like church and Bible scripts on there and that kind of dumb shit. They got that.
Their algorithm is not as vulgar and violating as a younger person's algorithm. So
But
at the end of the day,
The old people, my family that do got it, I don't even add them to my social media because I don't want them to see certain shit I talk about. You like,
Right,
I don't even
I
tell them about this. I don't even tell them about this podcast where you be over here talking about bitches and hoes. I can't have them watch that shit.
but
You know what I'm
listen, you
saying?
know what's,
For real. I
you
can't.
know
My
what's
mom
crazy
ain't watched
though?
this one time.
But you know what people tend to forget. You know what people tend to forget. You know
Have
what?
them clutching their pearls and shit. Good
Every other
Lord.
word. These bitches.
Good Lord. Good
Niggas.
Lord.
But
Oh
you know
man.
what people forget? You know what people forget? You know what people forget about men in general? Before there was social media, there was Playboy, there was Penthouse, there was Vibe, there was Straight Stunting Magazine, right?
Jet magazine.
That magazine. So what we
Black
really
men.
have to understand too is that a lot of the women that men follow, that women are, if they're half naked, if they're right, this, that, and the third, we got to remember niggas don't buy magazines no more. This is the new social media is pretty much the new magazine for some men, and that's the other part that people forget.
I ain't think about that.
People got to remember who buys we had stacks of magazines. Who buys magazines? Nobody.
but magazines, but you can't compare the two because magazines
No,
had
but
a limited. Magazines had a filter. It was limited. You had to go out
Yeah,
your
but-
way to go get that
but
magazine.
listen,
You had
just
to go
like
out your way
what
to go get that magazine. You
reflection.
don't have to go out your way with social media, homie.
Reflection. Listen
You
to what I'm
don't.
saying.
My Jet magazine came in the mail.
But listen, reflection.
But you had to wait for that
Hold
motherfucker
on.
though.
Well,
You had to wait for that motherfucker though.
But here's what we got to remember. Here's what we got to remember. Just like everything else, everything evolves, right? Everything evolves. There's no more payphones, right? Everybody got a cell phone. We don't buy DVDs. We don't buy CDs.
What the fuck is that?
Look, everything evolves. Everything, right, changes, right? The same way
What the fuck is that?
the same way we can download, the same way we download music, the same way we download music is the same way we looking at women.
Oh, shit.
Hey, you got to say everything over again.
Hey, my bad. Hey, real. My bad. Nigga over there talking about, I just got a picture by here. Nigga said, "Where my magazine at?" Nigga, I remember them days. Boy, it take hell long. You said the first issue was free. What my magazine, man? Or you remember Jet magazine? You take out the middle centerfold and you try to put it on your wall. You had a whole collection of women in bikinis.
Right. But here's the thing. Just like everything else, it evolved. Everything has evolved. We don't buy music the same way no more. We go and we just download music, right? We don't go buy CDs no more. We don't go buy DVDs no more. Everything evolves. So the same way everything has evolved, the magazine has evolved to social media, to OnlyFans, to Instagram. So now these same chicks, these same models, a lot of bottle girls probably would be bottle girls that you see now would have probably ended up in Straight Stunting magazine. You understand what I'm saying? Before
You can't pull up and message those people. You can't pull up and message those women, homie.
Okay, but
you can't do that. You can do that on social media.
But listen,
when I was
listen,
and I
listen.
girl,
How many women? Those women that have 50,000, 100,000 followers. You know how you think they really going through all the DMs, nigga? They're not going through the DMs.
Let's ask a question. Let me ask somebody with 30,000. Let me ask.
Are you going through all your DMs?
I don't go through all my DMs, and if I don't follow you, you go into a different folder, which is like
exactly
you have to go through it in order to see who's right.
You can't even get through to these women.
So tell me this. And I'm talking to the young lady on the panel, right? So let's say you don't answer my DM, but we follow each other, right? You're not gonna notice if I like your video. Amongst all the followers you got, you're not gonna see my name come across?
If you liking all of them, probably.
Yeah, so that's the
Not
thing.
necessarily.
It would have to be more than one for you to, because like, so in the notifications, it's constantly people coming up. So in order for you to stand out, you have to like more than one. Like if you go on a like crazy, I'm gonna be like, damn, who is this spamming my page?
But it's possible outside of me shooting the DM, right?
To get my
Oh, no.
attention from liking a lot of pictures, is that what you're asking?
Yeah, it's like, let's say I see you getting floods. I don't see it, but let's say I can see how attractive you are, so I know she ain't gonna see my shit. So I'm gonna play the like game. I'm gonna put hearts. Some days I'm gonna put the thumb. Some days, so that doesn't work with you. You won't see that.
Me as a single woman, I might see it. I might be like, if it's a consecutive thing, if I keep seeing your name, I'm gonna be like, why does this person keep coming to my page? But
So
let me
that's
just
the
say,
advantage.
this doesn't work for everybody, because there's a lot of people on my page liking a lot of shit, and it can be somebody that I won't even think twice to see who is this person. You know what I'm saying? So your profile picture got to stand out. Your name got to stand. It's a lot of factors that got to go into.
So my goal is to play that game if I'm trying to get at you, because I know your DMs is flooded. A lot of niggas is doing the DM. It's hot. They want to go direct. So my game is to go outside, and I'm gonna do the likes. I'm gonna do the hearts. So that's the vulnerability of those who are in relationships. The guy that wants your girl or trying to get at your girl, he don't have to go to the store you work at. He don't have to pull up at the bank.
But no. See, I was speaking
the social media game.
I was speaking from a single woman's point of view. That's how I was just answering that question. As a woman in a relationship, I'm not paying attention to the dudes who are liking my pictures or sending me DMs. I said this earlier. I said that I'm not doing that.
So the thing is, you said you're a single woman, right?
Yeah.
So you shouldn't have to worry about the algorithm of what you're getting in your DMs. The social media shouldn't affect your lifestyle. But
it doesn't affect my lifestyle either way. I'm not on social media looking for or even inviting, none of that.
But would you change that?
If I was in a relationship, I just said I got tunnel vision. I'm not entertaining random men because they're liking my pictures, or I'm not even checking to see who's checking for me, for real.
Okay, so then you should evaluate, why are you on social media at that level then? If you have as many followers that you're saying you have in your relationship.
So you missed that part. He came on
I'm
late.
a social media presence. It's business. I'm there. I have a following for over almost 15 years on social media. Way back with artists, I do a lot of industry shit. So my following, even though I look good, and that's why a lot of these men follow me. I have substance to me.
I look.
She was sharp on it.
There's a lot of substance to me. So it's like, okay, you could think, because you see me looking this way on social media, that I'm this way and I'm that way. But if you know me, like, don't play with me. Like, I'm not there for that. Although I do give them the sites. I keep them entertained, but it's business.
Okay. Well, with me, I'll never use, and I've never used social media as my platform to try to get at a female, ever. Because to me, it's corny. You know how many niggas I put myself in that same pool and audition? I'm not auditioning for no female on social media at all. You know how for female? If I know you on social media, I'm trying to find out where you live at, where you reside, not where you personally live, but where you live at as far as like the state you live at, right? And every female I've tried to get at, I met her personally. A lot of niggas is trying to shoot their shot at females because I met you personally outside of social media. And that's my
But see, okay. So here's the thing though, because so like I was saying earlier, and this is why I was saying the difference of like New York compared to other places. What you're saying is unless a woman is involved in entertainment shit and she's posting, oh, I'm bartending here, I'm serving bottles here, or right, that's the only way you're gonna be able to go to that event and meet that woman. But some of these women are just using social media for business. They use it to model. They use it, right? And you can't, and you won't.
And you never hear occasion.
Right. And you know that also women too. You could women. First of all, women that get a lot of posts like that, and I know personally, they block it to where you can't even leave a comment. They block it. They block it to where you can't DM them. You can't leave a comment because they're using their social media. Like I said, social media is the new magazine.
Okay, so
it's the new magazine.
Okay, so why you? And this is a two-part question. Why are you trying to get at females that do big numbers? I think it's foolish.
I'm not trying to get big numbers. I'm not trying to get at women that do big numbers.
I'm not saying you can say. I'm just saying overall, elephant in the room. For any nigga to log on and follow Shorty, and he sees the numbers she's doing, why would you be foolish enough to?
But reflection, what you're saying is like that's the same as saying we're in a club, the bad chick in the club. Every nigga trying to holler at the same chick in the club.
I'm not hollering at.
Why would you? Hold on, let me finish. You just no. I'm not saying you. Like you said, you're not saying me. I'm not saying you. I'm saying at an event somewhere, she's one of the baddest in the room. Every nigga trying to holler. It's the same thing.
But I never niggas. But a lot of niggas do that though. A lot of
I
niggas
just want to say too. I just want to say too. If you have the opportunity to connect with that woman, do not, not give her. Don't look at her as less than. Like, may just be the man for her. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes this is why I say
no. It's how you move around her. No, it's how you move around her. So let's say you in, like he said, let's say I meet you in the club or I meet you in the spot and I see the traction you're getting from other niggas. I'm not gonna give you that same thirsty track. Give you that same attraction. I might hold a conversation with you and you're gonna say, here he go. He gonna go for the number, and I'm not gonna go for the number. I'm gonna leave it there. I might say it was nice meeting you, and then I'll say, do you come here often? And then if you say yeah, then I say, I guess I'll see you around. And then that's my way of hook, line, and sinker. But I'm not going to sit there and say, oh, hey, you mind if I get your number and things like that. So that's what's not going to fit you the same way they fit you for you.
Right, but I'm just telling y'all, like, overall, don't judge a woman just because, she has a million followers or because all these dudes is trying to holler at her because, you just never know. Sometimes we just want who is not threatened by our following and, who is secure within themselves, who's like it's always, oh, you got mad niggas instead of I'm your nigga. You seen that post? Like, just like be secure within yourself, and you just don't know the
No, but
possibilities.
okay, so let me ask you a question. Why do you women always apply that as male insecurity? But
Well,
yet y'all
if
but
my
yet y'all
following is the problem, that's an insecurity. That's like, especially if in my what I'm doing, what I'm telling you, my line of businesses, you know, how many years I've been into you, then that's insecurity.
no, but there's a difference between you being single and your lifestyle and you being in a relationship. So you can't play both sides. If you in a you
Well,
have to take that
if
into
you
consideration.
met me as Wavy K with me being in this industry with my lifestyle, which is like I just said, 9 times out of 10, nobody can get next to me unless in life. So if I'm next to you, it's because I allowed you to be next to me. So there's no, oh, you know, because I'm this person on social media, I'm around everybody and everybody has access to me. That's not the reality. But an insecure man will see my following and see the way people are attracted to me and think, oh, wow, you know, this woman, I can't fuck with her because everybody loves her.
So and I say this out of love. Deal of an insecure man when he wants to protect his respect. A man wants to respect.
So I just explained it.
He don't give a fuck
But
how many niggas
Am I
are following you.
but
Let me tell you.
But
A man doesn't give a nigga don't give a fuck how many niggas are following you. That's all.
but that's not
I just told the same conversation.
that's not valid though because
she's saying how am I insecure if
okay, let me ask you,
you gotta date with on your level. You know what I mean? If you know that if you know what I'm saying, you gotta date within on your level. And you can't date somebody and then be mad because they buy like that shit is whack.
I don't believe there's no attractive female on this earth that no man can get.
That's the
So there is no level.
there is level.
Outside
No. You gotta date within your emotional and maturity level. Because if you know that you're dealing with somebody who's in a line of business that they have to have followers or you know their advertising, their marketing, their networking, you gotta I'll do that. But you can't expect somebody to change their livelihood because they fucking with you.
Okay, so and don't you
reflection. Let me ask you this. So
wait, let me get this off real quick. Hold that. I'm gonna answer him because he's on Hot Topic. If your wife became an actor and she had this sex scene,
you said if she became an actor, was she?
If I didn't meet her at Holly Berry, then all that shit ain't going on. That's what I'm saying. You gotta respect.
What you're not making, what you're not correlating is the fact that she's already in the business. She's already in the industry. So
she's already established.
So what she's saying is, I'm in the industry. This is how I make my money. This is my business. If this is my business and you coming into my life and you coming into my life and you know this is my business.
But that means she's chosen a so she wants to open
No, that ain't No, I'm gonna give you an example. I'm gonna give you an example. Hold on. Let me just say this real quick.
trying to say something.
No. Just listen though. At the height of like in the process of doing shows, promoting shows, doing all that. That whole time when I was doing music and doing everything I was doing, the rapping shows and doing the whole nine, or on the road, anybody who was fucking with me had to understand that was the vibe, and we couldn't fuck with each other. So there is no alternate. Like you either gonna accept that this is what I rock with it or not. But it's up front, it's on the table, and you got a decision to make if you're gonna fuck with somebody like that. That's what I mean about you got to date on the level of your maturity and your emotional stability. Because if you can't handle that, then you got to pass to the side for somebody else that can. Everybody got a choice to make. I'm just keeping it real.
So reflections to me, he seems like the type of man who, he would be like, quit your job. I don't want you doing that.
But he mentioned the strip club, though. But he mentioned the strip club, though. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, stay in the house. But look, this is I had certain friends, they did certain things. They man didn't want them doing it no more. But and just regular work type shit. Like, I just want you to just be at home, with the kids. So are you okay? Because it's one thing you take care of your woman, you paying all the bills. She don't gotta worry about no bills. She's just home, playing house, cooking, cleaning, taking care of the children, right? Or are you setting this woman up? What is it that you want? Okay, I don't want you to be doing this industry shit no more. I don't want nobody having access to you. What is it that you want to do? I'm gonna give you money so you can start your own business, and I'm gonna get you on your feet. You know what I'm saying? No, he seems like the type that's gonna be like, don't do it, sit in his house, and
you read me wrong. I'm gonna answer that question.
But that's the energy you giving.
No, the energy I'm giving is rules. There has to be rules applied.
But you can't
come into somebody's life. Somebody who has been living for 40 years. Somebody who has been living for 40 years. You can't come in and say you can't do that no more.
I was married, right? So my wife, to bring in her side of the bills, she became a stripper, right? So every day she got off work, she said, whenever you come pick me up, whatever you do not come inside. She said that. So I'm new to the game. I'm like, I'm picking you up. I'm picking this bitch up at work. I'm good. I'm coming inside. I'm walking inside to get her. She's taking too long to come out. So I walk through the front door and I see her entertaining this dude so good that it bothered me to the core.
That nigga heart fell out of his body.
I was paralyzed.
It's the big one. The big one. That nigga was in there like Fred.
She became a stripper.
See, but that's the difference. Reflection.
She wasn't a stripper when you married her.
She became.
Let me finish my shit.
No, wait. That's the question.
That's the difference.
She was a stripper when you married her.
But she became a stripper while y'all was married.
He's trolling. He's trolling. I don't believe it. There's no way this is true.
Hey, bottom line is this. You can't meet a motherfucker in the strip club and expect him to stop stripping.
No, but 40. He said she became a stripper.
Let me finish. Y'all not gonna leave me on red like that. I broke the rules. I accepted the lifestyle. So that contradicts what y'all said. That I'm the type to tell her to quit. I didn't tell her to quit until I broke the rules. It was after I broke the rules that she said that I said you're done.
But
it brings it back to the point, no matter what your profession is, when you're in a relationship, you have to have respected rules.
Okay, but
you have to.
Reflection.
It's not gonna work.
Reflection. She wasn't a stripper before, right?
No.
She started stripping. Y'all were already married when she started stripping.
Yes.
That's the difference that we're talking about. The
Yeah,
difference.
I mean,
No, listen. Let me finish.
But
Let me
bring
finish.
in the
Hold on,
rules, though.
But let me finish. You broke the rules, but y'all were already married. She became a stripper. You didn't meet her in the strip club and y'all started
No.
dating. That's the
No,
difference.
right.
What we're saying
that's
is
the
the difference is if you met her in the strip club, y'all started dating. Now you're telling her you can't strip no more is a different
Yeah.
story.
So that's
It's
corny.
different.
That's
It's
corny. But that's the corny. If I met her in the strip club, then I tried to tell her to quit establish a rule, then that's corny. I didn't
That's
do
what
that.
we're saying. That's what we're saying. That's what we're saying.
No,
Wavy is already established in what she's doing. So if a man comes, she has 30,000 followers right now. If a man meets her right now and tells her, you got to shut down your Instagram, and she worked for this 30,000 and she built a platform and she has content, he can't do that. He can't tell her to stop what she's doing unless he got stopped unless he got stopped with you doing money.
You know why he can? You know why he can? Because a relationship is something. A relationship is something that you're invested.
But you just said
Relationship is something that you're invested in.
That's but the point that you're missing is hold on. But no, I'm gonna tell you real quick. I'm gonna tell you the point that you're missing. You want somebody to uproot their livelihood because of how you feel about the person is that you fucking with. This is how the person put food on, how a person put food on their table when you met them. So if you ain't got another gig or something for them lined up, how the fuck you gonna tell somebody what not to do that they was already doing when they met you?
Okay, I love this.
Right.
Look, when you go to the bank, right? There's a checking and there's a savings. What is your greatest account at that bank? It's a checking and savings.
Here we go.
Usually
Say it again.
If you go to the bank and you set up an account, you set up a checkings and you set up a savings. What is your most valuable account? Is it the checking or the saving?
we all just
It's the
agreed to savings.
It's the same. That's what a relationship is. It's the savings. So you have to control your relationship to what you've invested in the most. What saves your relationship the
out,
most?
man. We talking about somebody that already
He's
came.
saying anything at this point.
We talking about somebody who come into the relationship already established with who they are. The whole deal is ain't nobody going. That's like if you the goddamn CEO for Pepsi. It's like if you the CEO for Pepsi and you meet a woman and she tell you, "Oh, you work too much trying to run this company." Are you gonna quit being the CEO of Pepsi because she say it's what's best for the relationship?
Yes, I am, because I accepted a relationship.
Yo, he's lying.
You a damn fool. You a damn fool. Well, you a damn fool.
You want to stop?
If you didn't understand what a relationship come with, why would you get into it?
But that's the thing, though.
You should not have to come with you ending.
But you established a relationship with a person.
Have to be under the terms of you ending your being. What you are, all you've built. It should not be you have to end this in order to be in this relationship. And if it does, then that's not the relationship for you. And I feel bad for the women that you are dating or the woman, because that is crazy.
No, nobody said end your profession. I said adjust it according to the relationship. I said adjust it. If you go from a salesperson to a manager, you have to adjust it. That's all.
But this is the difference. If I've already accepted the relationship, knowing that what this person does, then that's what comes along with the relationship. Because at that point, you never had to accept it. You never had to accept it from the jump.
Accepting a relationship is not accepting a lifestyle.
No, but it is though. That's Yes,
No,
but
nah.
okay, so
I've never known a cop. I've never known a
man,
female
listen
cop.
to me.
I've
When
never
you fuck
known a
with
cop.
when you fuck with somebody and y'all in a serious relationship, you have to respect what that person does. Or why get with the person? That's like you being a truck driver. That's like you being a truck driver. You get with somebody, she know you're always on the road, and the moment y'all get together, y'all move together, she tell you she wants you to stop trucking.
No, she don't want you to stop trucking. She wants you to reevaluate the time that you have trucking. How many women?
But any truck driver knows you got to be on the road. Like there is no, you know that already.
How many women expect their cop husband to walk through that door every night? How many women you think expect that?
It's a lot of women.
Okay, so how many women do you think indulge in their husband being a cop?
It's a lot of women that probably don't like it. But
most of them probably got with the man because he's a cop. Because they saw he has a career. Because they saw he has a career job. That's why they got with him.
But not even that though. It's the fact that if I met you and you was already a cop, like you know what I mean? Like you gotta think about it. You met this person that's already what they was doing. Now you want them to redirect their whole goddamn career because nigga, you're scared of what's gonna happen.
Yo,
Like that shit don't make no sense.
Redirecting is a strong word. I want you to follow and adhere to an adjustment of the rules. When I walked in on my
fantasy world, bro.
I broke the rules. There was a rule. She said, "Don't walk in." I never told her to quit until I broke the rules.
The rule you should have set, honestly, was no, you can't strip. You're my wife.
Exactly.
That's the rule. Not no walk through the door. You can't walk through the door. You shouldn't be stripping.
He said that shit sounds good. Hold on.
That is true. I won't knock it from there. But when you're trying to pay bills, a lot of that logical thinking goes out the door.
Nah, there's other ways to go around. I'm not a married woman.
I would have sent her ass to Walmart or something.
And I'm not knocking
You
stripping,
feel me?
but I have never resorted to stripping.
She might have just said she was going to have an OnlyFans, nigga. You would have gonna let that go. I mean, like, I'm just saying, like at that point you already accepted it because you allowed it. I wish the fuck I would.
You can't walk through the door. I would.
I don't care how tough
I'm not even in the relationship. I wouldn't.
I wish the fuck I would. If my wife even asked me, could she be a stripper, then I'm leaving her. What the fuck you mean? Can you be a stripper? You suggested this shit? Right. Oh, you suggest? Oh, so this is some shit you done already thought about, huh? This ain't no new thought. This ain't no new thought. This ain't no new thought. You been thinking about being a goddamn stripper. You feel it?
Look, 80, you went, bitch. What the fuck you had on your mind this whole time?
The fuck going on with you? You know what I mean?
And then you breaking the rule of walking through the door is bullshit. She should have never been stripping.
That's a fact.
That's a fact. But you know what happens when that ideal comes up? If you object to that idea, they're not gonna do something that's even worse than that actual idea. So it's better to support that idea and you can control it than to say, I object to that idea and then watch what happens.
I would have told her ass, go do Uber, go do DoorDash.
Brother, Uber didn't exist back then. Uber didn't exist back then.
She'd have did something.
Walmart did. Nigga, Walmart existed. Walmart existed, nigga. Shit.
Hey, you guys understand, I'm 54. This is back in MySpace days.
Okay, so
hey, there was still a Walmart, nigga. It was still a Walmart back then, nigga. It was still a Safeway grocery store, nigga. Lucky's, nigga, something.
Nigga, hey, I'd have told her go be a flagger for the fucking construction, something, nigga. Like, dude. You're not putting on the.
I feel like reflection is trolling. I don't think this is a real story.
No, it's no Wavy.
No, it's not a real story. Reflection is a real story.
She's smart. It's times I do troll, but this with me and my ex-wife. No, this story is fact. So.
Was it the stripping or was it how she was giving the lap dance that bothered you? Because you said she was enjoying herself.
No,
well. She told me don't ever come in, and I walked
It
in.
wasn't the stripping, it was that lap dance he walked in on. So
Yeah, that lap dance. That lap
She was
dance.
at the bar. No, she was at the bar with me. It was the intimacy at the bar.
Stupid.
You were busting this nigga's ass.
Oh shit!
No, it was the intimacy at the bar.
But listen, let me tell you something. No,
That nigga soul left his body, boy. Hey, his soul left his body.
Yeah, I put the fuck out of there.
yo, but you know what? But you know what? Though? The reason why I have a problem with people, especially if they see your social media or they see what you got going on, and they come into your life and want to change it. The reason why I dealt with that. I had somebody, my homegirl introduced me to her cousin. Her cousin followed me, had my social media, seen what I posted, seen everything, seen the amount of women I was around. And Wavy will tell you, I am the type of nigga, I could have a bunch of females around me and not say nothing to none of them. I could have a bunch of, I know how to be friends with women. That's why I'm friends with so many women. But this, my ex, she saw that there was a lot of women around me. I met her through her cousin, which is a woman, right? My issue with her was she got with me. She saw it for 6 months because we didn't meet each other for 6 months until like 6 months later, after we were introduced to each other. So the whole time, you're looking at my social media, you see what I'm involved in. You see I'm in the industry shit. You see what I'm posting. You see me with the celebrities. You got with me, and I'm a respectful person. So anybody that I talk, even if we went on one date, I was telling chicks, don't hit my phone. I'm in a relationship now, right? I set the boundaries. I set the boundaries for myself, not even for her, for myself, because I don't like to argue with the person I'm with. But her problem was that she had past issues and past relationships that she brought into our relationship. And with her having those past issues, she should have never dealt with a dude like me. She should have never dealt with a dude that has a lot of female friends because
she was seeing your lifestyle off of social media.
Huh?
She was seeing your lifestyle and how you move from social media.
Yeah,
off social media. That's what she applied and based your relationship off of.
No, she saw it on social media for 6 months, and then we got together, and then she seen this is really my life. This is really who I like. This is really. I don't know if she just thought like, oh, I don't know if she just thought it was all for social media or whatever. But I'm like, yo, these are my friends. Like at the end of the day, she had her issues from her relationship, from her past 2 relationships, and her father is what caused her to have a jealousy and insecurity that she came into the relationship with. So her seeing my social media, she had a choice to make. That was her choice to continue to deal with me. You already knew what I was involved in. See, the part that you're forgetting is people have to make the choice, not make the choice of I'm gonna get with this person and they gotta change their ways. They have to make the choice of can I handle what this person comes with? If they can't and if this person, if this is how this person is, before I come into their life, I need to know if I can handle that. If I can't handle that, I need to walk away.
So that person doesn't have the understanding that they're going to have to readjust their life when they accept that relationship too.
Yeah, that's the whole purpose of the conversation.
Right, but to a certain extent, not stop it, not change your life completely.
So you want somebody to wait on the sideline while you live your selfish relationship.
Nobody said live on the sideline because you got the option of understanding. That's the definition of transparency. Being clear with somebody off the rip, so that way they understood what you're coming with. That's the problem. A lot of people don't be transparent, and then you find out the bullshit after you've been with a motherfucker for 6 months or something else. If a motherfucker already know how you rocking, and they say, you know what, I choose not to be with that. You put it all the cards on the table from the jump. So if a person says, okay, I see how you getting down, and I still want to be with you, then they got to understand what comes along with that. That's plain and simple. That's not rocket science. If you see how motherfucker moving, if you meet a little shorty right now, you see how she moving, and you be like, ooh, I don't like the way she moving. Just like we said, we went to the club and everybody knew her, and she got to the bar, got too drunk, and got to getting silly. Then you already know that's not your speed.
Right.
That's not your speed.
Okay, so how do the athletes get involved in relationships to make adjustments? So you're saying the athletes don't make adjustments?
They don't make no adjustments. Do it look like Stephon Diggs making any other adjustment besides who he put in the video? That nigga ain't been adjusting shit. That nigga got four. He got four women pregnant at the same time, and one of them is Cardi B.
80, I already said this. We're not talking about celebrities. We're not talking about athletes. We're not going to do that. Different lifestyles, different money, different lifestyles. And I'm gonna tell you. A matter of fact, I'll give you another.
It's the same emotion.
I'll give you another example of making a choice. And Wavy knows this. Wavy has a friend that I was feeling, that I was attracted to, and she was slightly attracted to me too because she entertained me. Right? We had a conversation. The girl, am I lying?
That nigga real is great.
She said she doesn't want to have kids. She raised her niece, and because she raised her niece, she feels like she doesn't want kids. At that point, I had to make a choice because I want kids. I had to make a choice. I made the choice. Yo, you know what? We're better off friends because that's not going to work. She said that, bro, we can't. She said, bro, we're not going to work. You want kids. And and that's the choice. She didn't get with me. She didn't get with me and say, oh, I'm going to change this nigga's mind.
Exactly.
She didn't
Transparency.
get with me. I didn't get with her and say, I'm gonna put a baby up in her fucking regardless.
Yeah.
Just don't.
For you niggas to think anybody you get with, for you niggas to think, not the woman on the panel, but for you niggas to think any female you get with, you don't have in the back of your mind, you hoping that she readjusts her situation to accommodate your relationship, you niggas is lying on your fucking teeth, bro.
I wanna appease him and his thoughts for a moment, right? Now, if a woman gets into a relationship, like me, for instance, and I take sexy pictures, not too crazy, I don't got an OnlyFans, but if I'm
she be showing thigh and shit, she be showing thigh.
Yeah, like I might show my cleavage, a little thigh, like nothing too crazy. But if the man that I'm dealing with tells me like maybe I post a certain picture and he's like, yo, this is a lot, I'm gonna take it into consideration. And I'm going to maybe archive it, and maybe moving forward, I'm gonna be like, all right, I'm gonna try to tone it down. But I'm not stopping being who I am. I'm going to tone it down for my man. I'm gonna tone it all the way down because I want him to understand you run shit over here. But I'm not gonna stop being Wavy K.
Right, but you will reevaluate his opinion, right?
Of course. His opinion holds weight over here.
That's all I'm saying. I didn't tell my wife to stop
being who don't do that no more. Just sit there. You can't be you. That's what you were saying a minute ago.
No, I never said don't be you. I said take the relationship we're in into consideration. Because it is a factor. It
You
is a
know what you
factor.
said was you want somebody to quit their career and what they're doing
I
if you
never
don't
said
like
that
it.
because I never told my wife to quit stripping. I
You
broke
let
the rule.
no.
I
That's a
broke the
whole nother
rule.
situation. We're not gonna get back into that. You should have never
No,
let her
that's the
strip to
same
begin
thing.
with.
This is
She was not stripping before you met her. There was no reason for her to go start stripping. That's like no. Like you need to reevaluate that situation because you should have never
I
let her. You
it
keep
was
talking
not
about you
my
fucked up because you
idea.
walked through
It
the
was
door.
not my
No, you
idea.
should have
She
never
calling
It
been
it
was
out.
not,
stripping.
it was not my
And
idea.
the fact that it wasn't your idea makes it even worse, nigga. Like, you know what I mean? It'd be different if it had been your idea. Like, man, we need to get this money, man. I think we gotta get on the phone. You know what I mean? Nigga, that would have been a little bit better, nigga. But the fact that it wasn't even your idea, nigga, that makes it even worse, nigga. Shit. Y'all niggas be bullshit, man. Niggas be trying to get online with the bullshit. Nigga. Yo, nigga, y'all niggas be killing me, man. For real. Hey, hey, at the adult age that we at the adult age that we you got to understand, like I said, what your dating level is, and if you can't handle it, then you got to let it go. It's really that simple.
Listen,
And as a
reflection
man,
makes me mad.
and I'm even hold on, but not to
You
cut
get,
you off, but
you get
I'm gonna go a
everybody
little further.
mad.
I'm gonna go a little further than that though. As a man, a woman damn near got to be a part of my program anyways, because she a reflection of me. So really, anything that's going on that's out of pocket, nigga, that's even worse on a dude. Because as your woman, you ain't never heard him say a man is a reflection of his woman. Nigga, that don't even sound right. Nigga, the woman is a
But you have
reflection of her man.
but you have
So
to
as
check it. I've always been the breadwinner. Anything a woman has ever did to bring money into it, she was the secondary. She was on the side. That was a side gig. That wasn't the breadwinning gig. That was a side gig. So yes, you're right. A nigga should always establish and she follow him, which she was following me. But there always has to be a secondary side gig to support what you're dominating in. And that's all that was.
But what I'm saying is, I'm not even talking about finances. What I'm talking about as a man, my woman gonna have to be a part of my program anyways, because she's a reflection of me. So if I'm not gonna accept anything that I feel ain't up to standard or something that's up to how I move and how I operate, because then that's bad toning for you as a man. You feel what I'm saying? If you know you a dude, if you know you a dude who want to keep his life private, you don't go get with a female that's hella big on social media or got hella followers and all of that. You know, you gotta tone it to, you gotta keep it toned to your tempo. That's as a man. You know what I mean? So I'm, like I said, I'm gonna take it a step further than just saying, you know, whether or not if somebody gotta change what it is. You gotta know as a man what you willing to accept any damn way. Is that cool?
Right,
Okay, cool.
Right,
So
that's right. But this was in Texas. This was when MySpace was Facebook. This wasn't
I don't
Unix
think
era.
it really was.
So reflection gets on my nerves
As
because he came on here talking about the algorithm of relationships and a
It's,
30
it's,
plus this and
it is
all of these
manipulation.
rules and regulations, but he let his wife strip and it's pissing me off.
No, but you have to understand the storyline behind that. When
Pissing me off.
Oh shit.
Pissing me off. Oh shit.
Then he go get him started again.
All right, I'm sorry.
I've never not did what I needed to do. Pause.
You need
To
to bring
keep the
that
light.
nigga on your podcast, Wavy. When you talk about some
I've
music,
never,
pumping and dumping type
I've
shit,
never,
oh, bring this nigga on there. Watch this. That shit trash. Why you make
at
that talk?
at the end of the day, when that rent's due, at the end of the day, when that rent's due, and you don't have to give up your life to pay that rent, you're gonna do it if you don't have no other place to go. If you don't have a family member to stay with, if you don't have a cousin or a homie to call, at the end of the day, whatever you're able to conscience yourself with and live with, you're gonna do it temporarily to pay those bills. This was a temporary move. This wasn't a solidified. This is your lifestyle. We're gonna do this.
Let me
This
tell you,
was a
I
temporary
wanted
move.
to bottle waitress at Starlets, and my baby father was like, "Hell no, you ain't doing it."
Starlets is a strip club out here. She went.
He was like, it was. I wanted to be a bottle girl. I wanted to come through with the bottles. Like, he was like, you putting my life in danger if you go be a bottle waitress in this strip club. Now my life is in danger because now if I gotta pull up, and who knows what I may have to do if your life is put it. So I had to think of it. I had to move like that. I was like, wait a minute, this man could really end up doing something that his life will be in danger because I decided to bottle waitress.
Now see, that's what I'm talking about right there. As a man, you had to be up under his program because he could have been a goofy and been like, "Go ahead, girl, go ahead and do what you got to go do." Whole time, niggas is smacking your ass every time you bringing a bottle by and the whole nine, and niggas trying to get at you the whole nine, and then a motherfucker takes something too far. Then what's his position to protect you? He a goofy. He should have let you be in that position in the first place.
Question: who you think bought her the stripper boots? Who you think bought her the stripper outfit?
You.
Who you
like
think
you
co-signed? I did. I was in leadership pocket. You have to be careful and understand the relationship. I was in leadership. I allowed her to do it. I co-signed her to do it. She brought the idea. She brought the idea, and I funded the man to do it.
Nigga, let me be 1,000% clear, nigga. Under no motherfucking circumstances is my wife stripping, nigga. I don't give a fuck if she got if it's to bury me, nigga. That shit ain't happening, nigga. Ain't no man in no dignified manner gonna let his wife strip. Now, unless you want some player shit, and she might have been your old bottom bitch or something, then that's different. If you was on some peace shit, that's different. But ain't no dignified man gonna let his wife be no stripper for them to pay their bills, nigga.
Okay, so it goes back to what y'all play off of when I say I came from a shelter lifestyle and you guys were demobilizing that with the understanding.
And there's no lifestyle, nigga, that's permissible where nigga your wife should be stripping, nigga, to pay no rent.
Never.
Oh,
No, you have to
wait. What lifestyle? The lifestyle?
Oh, wait, hold on.
The lifestyle?
Baby,
wait, because we know the lifestyle to be one thing.
No,
so
wavy,
you come
wavy.
from the lifestyle.
No, Wavy, let me explain.
Hey, you gotta tell her, Real.
Let me explain, Wavy. He was a church boy for most of his life. He lost his virginity at 25.
No, 27.
27. 27. He lost his virginity at 27. So a lot of things that he said, we understand. We got to go back sometimes and be like, this nigga was a church boy while we was outside.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? So, like, what do you say? How old are you, Reflection?
I'm 54. I just turned 54. So
Okay,
when I
so
left
you-
when I left up into my dad's reign at 26, I was just now getting a job at 27. I was just now finding out my algorithm with females at 27, right?
Okay.
So I came out the gate gunning. So a lot of the shit that you niggas say shelter kids not on, I was on that.
So wait, so
That
when
was
you got
part of
married and you let her strip, how old was you?
Oh, I was probably what, 30?
Okay, that makes
This
sense.
nigga
You
very
just
bad.
you was still fresh out.
Right.
Fresh
Yeah, I was.
out.
I
At
was
30,
30.
nigga, I was trying to slow down, nigga.
At 30, I had my first child.
All this shit I did, nigga, by the time I got to 30,
I had
nigga,
my first child at 30.
I was trying to go in reverse. Nigga at 30.
Yo, we didn't go. That wasn't our first idea to pay bills. Our first idea was to be a babysitter. So we walked out of our apartment and we met this prostitute. We didn't know she was a prostitute at the time, but she had a little girl. Little girl's name was Valerie, and she was looking for a babysitter. So my wife said, "Oh, I love to babysit her." Well, the prostitute introduced my wife to coke. So every night that my wife was babysitting the prostitute's little girl, she would be at the prostitute's crib while I would be at our crib. So she introduced my wife to coke. So y'all see how the ripple effect starts. So now my wife is into this lifestyle. My wife told me, and I didn't beat it.
No, it's different.
I said, you have to get off. I said, you have to get off that. You know that, right? So I had to understand the game changed now in my life because we were trying to generate money to pay bills. But the world don't care about what you're trying to do to pay your bills. They just going to introduce to you that lifestyle. So when that lifestyle was introduced to me, instead of me saying, hey, I'm a sheltered kid, my dad said don't do this and did this, I said, you know what? I'm out here and I'm going to roll with the game until it fucks me over or I can't control it no more. And that's how we ended up in the strip club.
So reflection, I just want to say, I'm sorry that you had to experience all of that.
But
that was right out the gate. That was right after marriage, right
No,
after marriage.
I'm being very sincere. I'm
But
really sorry.
at the end of the day, that's at the end of the day, that's still, hold on. At the end of the day, that's still an example of a woman being a reflection of her man. Because you wasn't experienced in the game and what was going on, she was easily derailed from a whole nother pathway. From a whole nother pathway.
No, she wasn't derailed. She wasn't derailed by me. She was derailed by me.
No, not by you.
He didn't say by you.
Not by you, but by your leadership. Because if you would have been on P the way if you'd have been on point the way you were supposed to be on point, that wouldn't have took place.
Brother, my leadership was her being a babysitter to the child.
But
There is nothing wrong to allowing your wife to babysit for a living. There's nothing wrong with that.
That's not what I'm debating. What I'm trying to explain to you is the direction that it ended up going. Though I'm not saying anything to shade you or none of that. I'm just making a point that at the end of the day, as a man, at the end of the day, as a man, your woman is supposed to be a part of your program. And if your program is loose to where no, I'm being dead ass. Like you act like I'm bullshitting. Like if your program is loose to where your significant other get put in harm's way because of the lack of understanding and experience, that still falls on the nigga. No matter what happens, it's always gonna fall on the nigga. Like that's just the way shit works.
If you seek greater income, right? And that greater income brings tragedy to your situation. How does that make you a failure as a man?
No, nobody's saying you're a failure.
Yeah, nobody said you was a failure. What?
This nigga saying I saw greater income, and due to me succumbing to my wife seeking babysitting as an occupation on the side, that shouldn't have happened.
That's not the occupation. That's not the occupation that I'm talking about. That's not the occupation I'm talking about.
No, he's not. He's talking about her doing coke and becoming. He's talking about her doing coke. He's talking about her doing coke.
To go, it makes no sense.
He's talking about her doing coke.
It doesn't seem like it.
He's talking
you said
about
you
her.
understand the streets, and it doesn't seem like it. It seems like it. I understand the streets more than you do because I know how it works.
No, he's talking about her doing coke.
So wait, so reflection. Look,
I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm probably reflection. I'm 47. At 30, any girl I don't even care. Any girl I fuck with, any girl come around me, and she knew. Any girl knew you fucking with me. Ain't no drugs over here. You ain't gonna be no fucking stripper. You ain't. There's certain shit like as if you not like. This is who you fucking with me. This is what's
because you had your program stamped.
This is my foot down. Now if it's hard times, I'm gonna put myself in harm's way before I put my lady. So as a man, I'll fuck around and go out here and move a pack before I let my lady go put on some.
That's honestly that's the real street. That's the
prove
real
it. So
street
can you tell me, let me just prove it like
mentality.
that.
Not to say that you
So
have a
so
street
you telling
mentality,
me
bro, but I'm just saying
you,
like as
but
far as me
you know
saying
how
I couldn't
I
even
know
bottle waitress that this
Hold on,
man
hold
you
on.
did.
know how
Hold on,
Hold on, reflect. We can't hear
you
what she
know
said. That nigga gonna keep on talking. Hold on, what she say? That nigga-
we
you
can't
know
hear
how
nothing.
you
We
know
can't hear you.
out of the strip club? Wait, you know how I got her out of the strip club when I told her you're done? I became a crook.
You should have did that
You
from
should
the
have
first place.
But you played it from the beginning. That's what I said. That would have been my first move, nigga. Shit. That would have been my first move. Get your
You would
ass
have
here
been
at
up
this
with
crib, man.
here.
I'll be
You
back.
were supposed to do that
I'll be
first.
back.
Oh,
Sit here at this crib. I'll be back with a
yo.
bag. Don't even worry about it. But look, and this is my reason for saying that. No, hold on. Let me just say this one piece and then I'm done. This is the reason why I say this, right? Because if you and your girl is together, everybody on the panel, even with a female on the panel, if you and your girl is together, you and your wife is together, and the house get taken, the car get repoed, who you think they're gonna blame?
The man.
The man. They ain't gonna never say, well, what was the girl over there doing? The first thing everybody know y'all gonna say was, what was that nigga over there doing? How y'all had a house and the house got took? They're never gonna say, what was your wife doing? Ever. They're never gonna bring her name up, bro. She could be the reason that y'all lost everything, and I guarantee you, they'll never bring her name up.
Right,
So
you're
that-
right. But you know what? But you know where the man's pride lies in? It lies in the bosom of what his woman is gonna say. It lies in the bosom of what his woman is gonna say.
No,
If
man,
you
no, the
can't
fucking
go
no, man. This
If his
nigga,
woman
boy.
doesn't say, if his woman doesn't say this nigga didn't try, then yes, that nigga was a goofy.
It don't matter. Listen to me. It don't matter. It doesn't. Listen to me real quick. It don't matter what she say. It don't matter what defense she come with for you. If the people around you see you lose your house to foreclosure or your car getting repoed, everyone, even your own family, gonna say, "Well, nigga, what was you over there doing?" Ain't no one gonna ever ask you what was your wife doing. They're never gonna ask you. Nigga, you gonna get all the blame for everything. Off the rip.
What hurts the man the most?
Am I lying? Am I lying though?
No, you're not lying.
What hurts the man the most is what his woman thinks of him. You niggas are clowns if you don't believe that. What hurts the man the most is what his woman thinks of him.
And that's,
How do you think MLK's wife thought of him? What do you think Malcolm X's wife thought
Here we
of him?
go.
Why are you gonna bring up these celebrities, nigga? You not okay.
Here we go.
You not right.
Here we go.
Hey, there's always somebody hella old.
So what do you think Gucci Man's girl think of him?
Yo, it don't matter. You're not Gucci Man.
What did
I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm gonna tell you what. You know what? You know what? You know what? I'm gonna tell you what your woman thought of you. I'm gonna tell you what your woman thought of you. I'm gonna tell you what she thought of you. She thought you was a goofy.
It's all about Rails.
She thought you was a goofy. For her to even bring that idea, for her to even bring that idea of talking about stripping, she thought you was a goofy. Because any woman, I promise you right now, any woman I dealt with, would never have came to me. No woman I had ever dealt with would have ever came to me and been like, yo, Rel, you think I should strip? Ain't no woman in her right mind ever dealt with me and thought about stripping, nigga. Never in their life.
You're applying it to stripping. We applied it to how do we make it? How do we maintain?
How we make it, how we maintain. That idea would have never crossed any woman I dealt with's mind. It would have never crossed their mind. Ever, nigga. Never.
Because the ground rules had already been set. That's all I'm saying. I wasn't never saying it to knock or throw no shade. All I was simply saying was your woman gonna move how you move. If she if you solid from the jump, then she already understand what type of nigga that she got. You understand what I'm saying? She know what type of nigga that she got already.
You know, to contest what you said, homie, when you said she looked at me as a goofy or whatever like that.
It's a level of respect.
Why is it that I was with this same woman 15 years? Why is it that I was the one that divorced her? She didn't want to leave.
She didn't listen.
If she looked at me as a goofy, that contradicts what your assessment was.
No, but let me tell you something. If you let her strip, I feel like you might have let her do a lot of other shit that you didn't even know subconsciously because you let her strip. So that's probably why she was with you for 15 years, because she could get away with a lot of shit.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
It was only the stripping. It was only the stripping.
Is that the same wife that y'all had like a swing shit with? Is that wife?
Yeah.
Hey, throw the whole phone away. Throw the whole phone away.
Just leave it at that. We're gonna end it on
That's why she was with you for
He be
15 years,
forgetting-
because
he
you were
forget what
open
he
to a
tell
lot
us.
of things. You let
We gonna end it on that.
He forget what he tell us. That's why nigga
I
laughing.
didn't forget
Oh,
that.
you thought we forgot about that threesome, huh? Yeah, see there? See?
Yeah,
I don't need to say nothing else.
nothing else.
Wait, I brought her to Vegas.
Stripping,
And
cocaine,
I brought her-
threesome. What else
No.
is going on, nigga? Lifestyle. What else is going on?
Yeah, that sound like that. That's like
That happened
Ain't one
when
nothing else
we
to introduce. You done did it all. What else?
that's the
is
shit. That's all the shit, and that's all the shit I was trying to slow down from by 30, nigga. Shit, everything that you was letting go on was the shit I was trying to steer away from by the time I got to 30 shit, because I had already ran it up.
Started at 30.
I ran that shit up before I got anywhere near 30.
You hear me?
when we did that swinging shit, we were no longer in a solidified relationship. That was understood.
What about divorce? Then did the
I don't
swinging.
care what y'all was in. You and her, like Wavy said, Wavy made a valid point. Y'all probably did shit. You probably let her get away with shit that a lot of niggas
No,
ain't.
she did, not me. If I was unaware of it, no, I didn't co-sign nothing else but the stripping. That was it.
And the cocaine and the swinging.
Not I didn't co-sign the cocaine.
Y'all stall them out, man. Stall them out, man. Stall them out. Hey, but at the end of the day, everything boils down to choices. And just like the topic, about dating somebody with social media, you got the choice. You got the choice of whatever it is that you're doing. So whatever you allow, you got to accept. Whatever you accept, you got to allow. And that's just the way it goes. If not, you need to be transparent about your boundaries. Be transparent about your wants and needs. I think, like they say, communication saves relations. At the end of the day, people don't talk enough. And if you can't be transparent with the person that you plan on being with, you setting yourself up for a lot of hurt. And that's for everybody that's watching, everybody that needs some advice about going into something new. Just always keep that fresh on your mind. If you can't communicate,
you know why I can't co-sign what you're saying?
you never
Because
co-sign.
that's
I don't expect you to, nigga. I don't expect you to. I don't expect at this point. I don't expect you to. Hey, it wouldn't be like you. It wouldn't be like you to co-sign anything a nigga say.
I got a new phrase.
You gonna change your mind? Oh, I
got a new phrase. If you can't handle, dismantle.
Yeah. Hey, real talk. We gonna end it on that.
I don't sign it because you guys, not you guys in general, but people use that in a relationship to justify their personal agenda. Let me repeat that. I can't co-sign it because people use that to justify their personal relationship, their personal agenda in their relationship. Well, you knew I was this way when you met me.
It's called being an adult, man. It's called being an adult, man.
You know, guy friends when you met me. You knew I was this when you met me.
You know what I figured out with reflection? Reflection is the type of person that likes to change the person they're with. That's the type of person he is. He likes to change. He likes to change.
With that shit.
He turned his wife into a stripper.
A swinger.
That's what you like to do.
Oh, shit.
Actually, I figured it out. Reflection, you're controlling. You're controlling. That's what it is. You're a controlling individual, and you like to have control of what's going on in your relationship. And come into your relationship, no matter what they was doing before they got there, no matter how you met them.
You gonna do a reflection say, goddamn it. You gonna do it on reflection say.
If they don't follow your brochure, that means you're not fucking with them. That's what it is for reflection. So reflection, you got a brochure, ladies, and if you don't follow the brochure, you're out of here.
No, but honestly, I understand why he has all these rules and regulations now after, experiencing what he experienced. That's why I told him I feel bad and I'm sorry that he had to experience those things. But this is why he's up here talking about the algorithm in relationships and being 30 plus, and he has all of these rules and regulations because he experienced what he experienced. And sometimes we gotta heal though. I think you need to do some healing, Papa.
Yeah, that's facts, but the world we live in now, you don't have time to pull to the side.
You make time. You make time.
No, for real though.
You can try to make time, but you don't have that zen time. You don't have that time to figure it out. You have to keep running with the pack, and hopefully you can Rubik's Cube your way out that bit.
Reflection, listen to me. Reflection, go get a mirror and look at your reflection, right? Stop, bro. I'm being dead serious. And I want you, seriously, like I'm giving you an assignment, okay? I'm giving you an assignment. I want you to look in the mirror and I want you to tell yourself.
Here you go.
Y'all not taking me serious. I'm the self-love advocate. I'm very big on self-love. And I feel like
that nigga put the straight screen on this
himself. He needs to slow it down. And he needs to do some healing work. Because if not, he's going to be up here yelling and screaming about the algorithm of relationships. And it can easily be fixed. Like, it really, you have total control. I'm not even trying to be funny, y'all. I'm being dead ass. But,
y'all niggas is crazy. Hey, everybody needs to self-reflect from time to time. Hey, it's all right. Everybody need a little self-reflection from time to time.
No, I'm being so there was a point that I'm listening to him and I felt like I honestly felt bad, and and I'm not trying to, you're not a sympathy case or anything like that, but I'm just like, damn, like it's sad that you had to experience these things and that you think that it's normal, because it's not.
No, I don't think it's. I don't believe it's normal. My thing is, it puts me in a vulnerable state of understanding from the panel. That's my only thing. It puts me in a vulnerable state of understanding from the panel. So that's why a lot of times they don't relate with what I'm saying, and I don't have time to get on here try to explain my lifestyle and explain it. But there's no way I can open my mouth without being true and organic with what I've experienced. A lot of these niggas get on this panel and they're not telling the truth. And I'm not saying they got to DNA their lifestyle to the public, but for me, I can't get on here and run my mouth without telling you what I'm going through in a certain way that I'm going to tell you.
We all speaking from personal experience. I think the difference is it's the level.
It's not you telling the truth. You guys are talking about other people's lives.
No,
and that's not for you.
I'm talking about my own.
When I get on here, I'm talking about other people's lives, and I apply my truth to that. You guys don't do that.
Yes, I
you're just
what you mean?
I told you that the story.
You're personal to that. I'm comforted.
I speak from the heart of experience.
Protected conversations. You guys have protected conversations about your truth. I can't do that. It's not in my DNA.
I'm blunt about mine.
I don't know anybody else up here but Ro. And I can tell you that Rel is being very transparent with what he speaks about. And it may sound fabricated, it's not. This is really what is going on in Rel's life. And Rel could tell you, even when I started talking, Rel was like, because he probably didn't think I was going to even bring up my situation. Like me and Rel, we are open books when it comes to whether we're speaking here, whether we're on Instagram. It is what it is. And that's
You know,
just
with me,
it.
I never felt like this panel had to be used for a diary. I never felt like that. But for me, that was for me. I knew when Ben said, "Hey, come on the show," I knew how I was going to come. I knew it was hard.
Every one of us though that has been on this show is been on this show because of Benz know who he is. Benz know I ain't gonna get up here and fabricate nothing. I don't know Benz for over 30 years. I don't know Benz for over 30 years, bro. So at the end of the day, if I say something, Benz damn near know if it's when and where the shit might have happened and took place. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know this man for well over 30 years. So you know I ain't gonna get on no podcast and fabricate that because I ain't got to. Like I told you, I was popping before social media. Nigga, I've been popular. I didn't wait till social media came along or till YouTube came along to put out the followers and all of that. I was already popping before we even started moving around. I've been popping since junior high school, like literally.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But Ben's podcast, I stand on it. I knew when I came on here, was I willing to stand on who I really was?
If every man should, as a man, whether we're on a podcast or not, we standing on what we standing on. But for you to say that, for you to get up here and say that we fabricate something, I ain't got to fabricate nothing. If I say it,
the conversations I have on here with y'all is conversations that you would never hear outside of private. The conversations I have on here is what I've chosen to take out of private. Now that's up to y'all what you conversate on here. But when I'm on here, just know I'm gonna tell you the ultimate truth, rough, rugged, and raw. Even if it makes me look bad, I'm gonna release myself into my own truth, and that's all I came on the.
I think that's very big, and I think that's that's good that you do that. But what I'm telling you is, as I'm receiving your truth, I'm being totally transparent with you. I really feel like you need to look at your reflection and love on yourself. And who cares? Like, just heal.
No reflection. That's fine. What I want you to understand about me is you only know I've only been on, but it's been like 2 months that you know me on here only. Wavy knows me personally. 80 knows me from high school, and Benz knows me for 30 plus years. So what I'm saying is any stories that I tell, that's why I say you can ask Wavy, you can ask Benz. I don't fabricate nothing. I'm giving it to you straight, no chaser. Wavy will even tell you about it. Wavy even said this to me. She said this to me one time. It was on her podcast. I had been on her podcast, and it was something I said. Like a year later, the same topic came up, and she was like, you know how, and she said this, maybe correct me if I'm wrong, said, you know how I know Rel don't be bullshitting? And I was like, how? And he was like, because you said that before the exact same way. The same way you said it before, you said it the exact same way, the same way now. And she said that. I don't fabricate nothing. I'm very transparent. It's actually got me in trouble with chicks on fucking social media because also they're like, oh, well, I heard what you said. So I'm telling you, I'm very transparent. I don't bite my tongue for no one. I don't give a and I don't give a fuck what nobody thinks neither. I'm the advocate of not giving a fuck.
I just feel like for anybody who's in a relationship on and off this panel, if you're allowing Facebook or for Facebook to even enter into your relationship, that shows how mature your relationship is.
Right.
No,
Then
but you got a solid foundation. I'm a radio personality. I was a radio personality been on 3 different radio shows. I've been podcasts, everything. I've done stand-up. I hosted parties. I was in promotion. I have to use social media. Social media is a marketing tool for what I was doing. So what you have to understand, the same way that a woman can't deal with a dude if she's a cop is the same way she can't deal with a dude that's a personality. If it affects my relationship, that means that a woman just cannot handle what I do. There are women that have not dealt with me or not got into relationships with me because I'm a personality.
Right.
So, and I accept that. So it's not has to do with anything with maturity. It's what you can handle. If you can't,
okay. So why do you separate us common people lifestyle from celebrities lifestyle when it comes to relationships? A relationship is a level. A relationship requires the same work. I don't care how.
The reason why I separated, because when you talking about A-listers and superstars and icons, there's a difference. One of the main differences is money. The money is different, right? Because certain people will accept certain things when there's money involved. Certain people will deal with certain things when there's money. So that's why I say we got to separate from the celebrities, because they, right? Cardi B, like you, and I hate you, but like Cardi B wouldn't fuck with Stephon Diggs if Stephon Diggs wasn't in the NFL. You get what I'm saying? So it's the money that comes with being a certain level celebrity. That's why I say we got to separate that from, right? Because Wavy's a level of celebrity. I'm a level of celebrity, right? Because we've been in this business for 20 plus years, right? We've been in the industry. You can go on our Instagram, you see us with celebrities, you see us doing events, you see us doing radio, you see us doing things. So,
okay, I'm gonna wrap it up. But since you talking about and bragging about resumes, I was with Nicki Minaj, former manager.
Deb?
While you talking, I was with Atlantic Records while you talking.
no, and I'm not saying, but listen, I'm saying this. What I'm saying is, was you, hold on. Was you a face? Was you a face, or was you behind the scenes? I'm asking you, was you a face or you behind the scenes?
I'm gonna say this. I'm done.
Was you a face? Was you behind the scenes or was you in the front line?
No, I wasn't. I can tell you some names, but I'm not gonna do it on here.
I'm asking you. Listen, you not understand what I'm asking.
You know whose album? You know whose album?
Reflection. I'm asking you. Was you in the front lines or was you behind the scenes?
No, I was in the front. Are you familiar with 112?
Listen, can you answer my question?
Are you familiar with 112?
Yeah.
Was you in the front lines or was you behind the scenes?
I was in the office of Atlantic Records when they was rebirthing 112. I'm telling you now. It was my album.
Are you in the front lines or are you behind the scenes? That's all.
I was in the, do you know who Sycamore is? I was in the front line.
Personality.
They was debating between my album and 112. That's how much I was in the front line.
Okay, so do I know you have an album until now?
You don't know because you don't know my life.
I didn't, but I'm telling, so I'm not bragging about nothing. I'm telling you is that based on what I was doing is why certain women didn't deal with me, because they knew they couldn't handle the lifestyle. That's what I'm saying.
To the lady on the panel, thank you for your blessed words about needing to
reflect your reflection.
Listen,
So
I also feel compelled to tell you guys this. Rel, I've been trying to get Rel to tap into a prayer every morning. There's a prayer call that I get on. He look at him. There's a prayer call that I get on from 6 to about 8:30 a.m. It is led by Mason Betha. And we just get on there, we pray. You know, you don't have to say nothing. You could literally just get on the call and listen and receive the prayer. I don't know what your stance is on Jesus, but I felt compelled to say it. And if anybody is interested, you can hit me up in the DM. I'm up at 6 a.m. and I will send you the link. Just get on there and receive the prayer. You don't gotta do nothing else. You don't gotta speak. You don't
This man,
gotta.
this man, for you to even address that on a public and I guess a carnal podcast, that shows where you're at as a woman, and I greatly respect and appreciate that. So thank you for coming on the panel. Thank you for stomaching me and the whole male testosterone that's
This was
on
fun. This was very fun.
but I appreciate the understanding. I appreciate your words of wisdom. And God bless y'all, man. Y'all enjoy y'all night. I'm out. I gotta go tend to these kids, and we'll do it again.
God bless you.
that's all right.
God bless you
That was
too.
smooth.
Y'all for coming on, man. Let's do it again. Maybe Monday.
For sure.
All right.
Let me
Peace.
know if y'all available.
Wavy, thank you for coming in. Appreciate
Thank you,
it.
Wavy.
Course.
Most
Thank y'all for
definitely.
having me. It was really dope.
Yep. Come on next time, man.
All right.
Real.
When is your
Yeah.
podcast on?
Yeah.
Wednesdays at noon.
Wednesdays at noon
Eastern time?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's gonna be
On
9 in the morning for us.
on YouTube.
Yeah, on YouTube.
Yep. Send us the link.
Yeah, send us the links.
Post it on
Okay.
Instagram too. She promotes it on Instagram. So
Okay.
on Instagram, you can see, follow it. You can always see it. Like she put it up.
All right, for sure.
All right, y'all be
We'll
smooth.
tap in.
All right, guys.
You
All right,
already
y'all.
know. Listen, don't let social media affect your relationships, y'all. God bless.
That's
Don't
it.
do
Don't do it. And don't look like that nigga right there at the bottom.
it.
Don't do that face.
Stop.